Okay, I think that should be good, guys, if you guys can hear me. If not, just give it a couple minutes. We're gonna go ahead to a stream starting screen. Thank you so much for understanding. Hello! And a babao! How is everyone doing? It's awesome to see you. I don't think my BNG is working. So, give me a minute here to refresh and things. In the meantime, I hope you all are ready for some DND. I don't know why this isn't working. Maybe if I refresh? I don't know. Oh, well, it broke. Oh gosh, okay then. Alright, let's go ahead and head over to mainstream and see what everyone's up to. Hold on. I believe everyone's in here. Oh, I can't hear anyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. My PNG didn't load. But hold on, I gotta fix this. All of your guys' PNGs worked beautifully. Okay then. Well, for some reason, Mochi's didn't work. Maybe she didn't click save. She probably didn't click save. So please hold while she fixes that. But is everyone ready for D&D? Let's see. Hold on, where is it? I need to find it. Hold on. I also need to get into my Roll20 account. Come on, Roll20. Stuff's not loading. Please hold, chat. You know, it's not a stream unless it's scuffed, am I right? Please hold. Image. Save. Oh god. Hold on. Hey, is our internet having a problem?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know, I can't open Roll20.
Yeah, it's kind of fucky right now.
Or is Roll20 fucked? Or is it my stream that's fucked?
Oh,
It's
our
Roll20.
just fine.
They even tweeted that they're having issues.
Sure. Oh, okay, so we gotta wait. Well, in the meantime, I suppose we could do a bit of a recap if the DM would like to. Unless our DM is AFK. Never mind.
Nope, I was muted. I've been talking this whole time. I did not realize I was muted. Sorry. Even DMs are silly at times. The once you load into Roll20, it will be fine for you. But yes, I would love to do a recap for you guys. So, last week last week we introduced the characters. Everybody got to meet some people. Got to meet some strange folks down by the docks. Was given a request to clean up the city or find another means of cleaning up the city by the local adventurers guild in order to be approved. Each of you got your starting adventurers tokens. The party then proceeded to go to a pub after meeting a warrior of some sort. There they met a nice old lady and a strange axe embedded in the table, as well as a pair of twin Catherines who were manning the pub. From there, they ventured out into the wilderness after the old lady's blue dragon. They met a strange character who had them help her try to find her companions, but they seem to have sufficiently disappeared off to some sort of fun. After that, they had a conversation, though the woman stalked off into the nothingness at some point. Following that, they made their trail hoping to encounter the realm where the blue dragon might be, or not necessarily the realm, but the area, and found an abandoned, or what seemed to be an abandoned town. After poking their noses into a window, they seem to have discovered a nest of scorpions who then surged out after one of the player characters. And that is where we're going to start off tonight.
Alright, so it's our first combat then, is it?
Yes, indeed. Once everybody is in here, I will have you roll initiative. But the quick tutorial on this, if you open your character sheet, then click on your token on the screen, you'll see an initiative button on your character sheet. That will then put your initiative on the turn order that I have pulled up there. Alrighty.
Okay. Once Roll20 starts loading for me, I don't know if everyone's still having issues or if it's just me.
I think it's gonna be
necessity
everybody, but
music.
it'll just take a little bit to load in. Would you like me to dump some more lore in the meantime?
Yes, please. Just throw all the lore on us that we can handle.
Okay. For those of you that don't know, the world, as its common history, was one that was ruled over by elementals and elemental forces. During that time, they came into conflict with both the dragons and what were then, and eventually came to be well known today, as the gods of the time. Many were lost on both sides, and in their fury, and in their haste for destruction, the continents were severed, scattering the whole world into many island nations. The elementals lost the war. They were bound and chained to their various planes, keeping the earth apart, separate, keeping the waters bound down, the fires hidden away somewhere, and the air trapped overhead. But the dragons themselves also took off into hiding for the most part. They did not reach an accord per se with the gods, but under the radar, so to speak, is where they have kept ever since the fall of the war, only interfering with mortals that come into their realms or their areas, their territories. There are supposedly some islands completely ruled over by these dragons, but none ever lived to spread the tale, though many wonder then how that tale is then spread. And the gods are ever present, sometimes playing aloof, sometimes warring with one another, sometimes encouraging their followers to barter for more power with them and against other gods, always playing their games. They're many, varied, and slightly mysterious, though well known. So that's basic background of the story.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Having a nice munch on my burrito while you were chatting, and I was listening, and now I have a better idea of what's going on, not gonna lie. I'm still having issues with my Roll20.
Alrighty then.
I don't know if that's just me, or...
So...
Same, I can't even open my character sheet right now.
Oh, really? So I can move between the character sheets and stuff now that I'm loaded in.
I can't even get into the game.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm attempting to join, but it's a process.
If you guys can't even get your character sheets, it's gonna be difficult for me to... Because I don't mind playing in Theater of the Mind, but if you guys don't have access to what your abilities are, that can be problematic. A good note, as I should have let you guys know, though I wanted to keep it simple beforehand, is we should probably keep a backup of our character sheet somewhere. Just the basics. So that way, in case something happens...
Yeah, I see that now.
Of course, Roll20 had to bug out right now.
Yep, second session, we're about to go into fighting.
Yes.
Oh boy.
It said, nah, you can't fight.
No, not fighting. Cam, in the
allowed.
meantime, did you happen to have any luck, going to the Discord link that was sent and uploading a picture?
I went there, I clicked on... I went to the site piece, I clicked
Huh?
on, like, upload the thing, I just saved the current thing, it's still there? I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're on mobile, aren't you?
Yeah...
Yeah, technically fighting the Roll20 right now. Roll for initiative.
Yeah. So there's funny. There's several people who are like, when Roll20 goes down 15 minutes before start time, like everybody's like apparently was going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So since we are just sitting here, I will explain to you a little bit about how initiative works for those who are new. There is a simple button on your character sheets that you can press that is your initiative. Basically, what that means is in what order you go in the turns. So it'll be different every combat, but it will stay the same for that combat. So, if you're going to go first, you're going to go the first round of every combat. And the rounds last as long as from the first person with the highest initiative to the last person with the lowest initiative. I've broken up my monsters right now into 3 groups. Those 3 groups will all move at the same time. So the three of the scorpions will move at one time, another 3 of the scorpions will move at another time, and another 3 of the scorpions will move at a different time, depending on their initiative. So that way, I'm not rolling 9 initiatives, just 3. Very good.
I'm seeing progress.
Oh snap.
Oh, it looks like it's loading in. Now you just have to figure out how to, do my character sheet by itself.
Okay. Cam? Let's see. Let me add you to that. You're an 18.
There we go. Stuff's a little big. Make sure you put this down.
So Stitched, like I said, if you click on your token, I'm doing it manually right now, but if you click on your token, you can see when things go.
Okay, thank you so much for sending me something, Dragon. Okay.
Also,
now I have to figure out how to roll.
I'm it's just gonna be spoopy for you guys. Death saves and how they work. Would you guys like to learn about that?
Okay, so the good news is I got in, but I have no idea how the initiative works. I misunderstood.
Okay. When you get in, open up your character sheet.
Okay, I did.
Okay, now highlight your token by clicking on it, the one that's on the map.
I don't know what you mean by highlight.
Just click on it, and it'll be like.
I clicked on it. Yeah.
Okay, and now hit initiative on your character sheet, and it should automatically add your turn.
Okay, now I get it. All right.
Okay,
So-
I didn't do it. Oh wait, no, I did. Look, you're in
Yeah,
there.
I did it. There it is.
Yes. Okay. So, in D&D, when you drop to 0 hit points, you are not dead yet.
Don't you have 3 death saving throws?
You have 3 death saving throws, but if someone brings you up before you have to make that throw, either with a healing spell, so to speak, or a medicine kit, a healer's kit rather, you then don't have to make that save because you are either stabilized or you have HP again. There's very few times where you will be killed outright, and that's if you take enough damage that would not only drop you drop you to 0, but also then drop you to 0 in addition to, like, let's say you have 8 HP, so let's say if you get hit for 16 damage, then you're just instantly dead. So I'm not gonna throw things at you that deal 16 damage at level 1, just cause I don't want to kill you all. But let's say you find a bunch of explosives and set them off on yourself, you may all instantly die. That's a thing that can happen. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Don't fail your Tinker's checks with high explosives.
Alrighty. Okay, so we've got our order. Did everyone roll?
No, we're still missing Skull Crusher, and oh, I see him there.
What
And okay, Skull Splitter. Sorry.
That's all right.
And what is? I keep forgetting your name, Nixie, and I should know the name of my characters, or not my characters, but your characters. But
It's Karad.
Karad. All right. Do you want to change that in there so I can just read that right off?
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Okay, see, I didn't see you on here, but I will add you to the turn order. Okay, so in the turn order, you are there. Perfect. The way I like to so because you see here, like, we have 2 people on initiative 18. So to determine who goes first, I generally just side with whoever has the highest dex in that instance. But there could be other ways to decide it, or if 2 players have the same initiative, you guys can be like, hey, you go first or you go first. Like, you could just be like, whichever one works out best for the group. Okay. So we've got everybody in. We've rolled initiative. Meepo, you have the first turn.
Also, Colin, one question. Someone here in chat is saying that you forgot if you get hit while dying, that counts as 2 death saves, or death fails, I mean.
Shh.
It should.
No, I'm shushing the people in chat.
Oh.
No, it's
Okay.
where until they're a little better at knowing how everything works, I'm going to ignore that rule completely. So just to kind of make it easy, so like, because if
We're
I
all
wanted to be
babies.
mean, I could just have all the scorpions pile on one person and sting them to death then.
Well, I
So-
appreciate it. Thank you, since I'm a baby.
Yes. I
I would
would
immediately
never
die.
shush you. I would just shushing chat because they don't
Okay.
need to know that yet. The players don't need to know chat. Don't tell them
It's a
the scary
secret.
bits.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I already knew.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. But yeah, I'm just ignoring that for now. I'm going softcore on the rules until you guys are a little less squishy and a little more familiar with how the game works. Alrighty. But yeah, Meepo, you're up.
Alright, Meepo will come up to a scorpion and stab it with its rapier.
Alrighty. Do you know what scorpion? Can you move your token or no? Oh, there you go. Perfect. Roll to attack. Nice. Roll damage.
Oh yeah, go Meepo.
Ten piercing damage. So, Meepo, this is the first time you've seen him draw his blade, but he just simply walks up to this creature, and there's a crunch and a squish, and it just curls up on itself and dies. Very nicely done, Meepo. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Meepo will take a step back.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
way to go, Meepo!
Alrighty. So I have 2
Holy
turns
shit,
of
immediate death.
scorpions here. So one of them is gonna rush up to here and take a jab, or a sting rather, at one of the tieflings, the one that poked his head in.
Please no.
So,
Uh-oh.
does an 11 hit? So what I'm asking right now is, what is your AC? If an 11 hits or exceeds it, so like either matches or exceeds, the attack hits.
My armor class is 11, so it hits.
Okay, so you then take 1 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. So mark off 1 HP, and then make me a Constitution saving throw, which is next to your HP
Sorry,
on
chat.
your character sheet.
Hey, 21.
My
Perfect. So with that, you only take 2 poison damage. So 1 piercing and 2 poison damage, if you don't mind.
I already knocked it off.
Beautiful. A second scorpion's gonna come up though with its first, and he's gonna come, and he also is going to make an attack. 18 hits, I imagine.
Yes, it does.
So I'd like you to make another Constitution save, please.
Ooh.
16. All right. So you take another 1 piercing damage and 2 poison damage.
Oh no.
That hurts.
Yes. You are not under the poisoned condition, I will clarify. This is just the kind of damage you've taken. Alrighty. After that, let me check. This scorpion is gonna hang out with its buddy here, and he's gonna start making his way down towards the stabby stab boy. And that's their initiative order. Now this one, oops, not you. It's gonna move 10 feet. This one's also gonna move 10 feet. And this one's gonna move 10 feet. But this one found a meepo.
Oh no, a meepo! Not that wee little meepo.
Oof, that's a crit right there. I need you to make a Constitution save, please. Alrighty.
Yeah,
So you
we got
take 2 piercing damage and 8 poison damage.
Oh no, a meepo! Oh goodness. We're getting pummeled.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Meepo, are you there?
So
did
how
we
much
lose someone?
damage?
A total of 10 damage. 2 of it is piercing, and 8 of it is poison.
Oh, well, that's a shame because my current hit points are 9.
Yes, so you, with that, get stabbed in your little toesies by a scorpion, and you have an immediate allergic reaction. Just like, it gets right in there, your foot swells up, your ankle swells up, and you fall down. Meepo is currently unconscious at 0 hit points.
Oh no, meepo!
So yes, I'm gonna give him a little mark that indicates he's unconscious. Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh no, that's more like a poison mark. Let's give him...
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
give him...
Immediately down.
What mark should I give him? There's all these fun ones. I'm just gonna give him this mark for now, because it's foreboding. do that. Yeah, I'll just give it this mark. Alright. It is now Skull Splitter's turn.
At first, I like to go into rage, which I think just got a click.
Yeah.
Rage.
Oh, that's the rage damage you do.
Copy. I know I have 2 rages that I can do, so I'll just move this down 1, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that, and then I like to basically approach the first scorpion here and take a swing at it, 2-handed.
Okay, roll to attack. Oof. Now, you don't have pack tactics, do you?
I do not.
Okay. So that was a really crazy roll, because it is both a crit in both directions. So you've got this huge battle axe, and you're looking at this little scorpion, and you swing it down like as hard as you can, just full of fury, foaming at the mouth, and you hit sand, and it sprays you in the eye. And you're like, "Rah." Was there anything else you would like to do in your turn?
I'm assuming I can't take another bonus action because it technically charge on that.
Yeah, the rage counts as a bonus action.
Alright. Since I did that first. I guess for that, I would then just... Should probably just stay there, considering I am now in a bloodthirsty rage, so...
Yes. Hopefully you get hit so you don't fall out of your bloodthirsty rage.
This is true.
Yes. Lilia, you are up next.
Alrighty then. It looks like it's up to me to get all of Meepo up on his feet again. Alrighty. Where's the spell? I'm looking for it. Please hold. I'd like to cast... Yeah. Lilia knows she has a healing spell somewhere.
Yes, you do.
I can't see it on my sheet though.
If you go to your spells,
Oh, there it is. Mending. Okay.
not mending, it would be cure
Oh.
wounds.
Cure wound. Oh, okay. And then I click on what button, please?
Well, first you would have to move to Meepo because it's a
Oh, yes,
touch
yes, yes.
range. So you have to get within range to touch Meepo. There you go.
Already?
And
I
then-
am in range?
Then on your core sheet, on your core character sheet, you should see under attacks and spellcasting one that says cure wounds. If you would like to click that, please. Nice. So Meepo, as quickly as you went down, above you, you see the glowing hands of a pink tiefling reach down and lift you back to full life. Just completely restore you from the brink of death.
I've got you, you wee little one. Back on your feet.
So because you cannot go over your hit point maximum, you are back to 9 hit points, okay?
Lilia would like to take a moment to scream, "Heroes never die!" as she gets Meepo off the ground.
Of course you would. Rocks fall. Nope, just kidding. Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn? You still have a little bit of movement, and you still have your bonus action and free action.
Let me think. Is there a way for me to cast something? Like, not another spell. Don't I have a cantrip for this?
You do, but it would have to be something you could do in a bonus action.
Oh, I
And-
see. I do not have one, yes.
You do not have a bonus action cantrip.
Alrighty then, and I choose to get on behind Skull Splitter over here. Hold on.
Okay, that works. Very good.
Lilia's
Jim,
mercy.
you've raised many hornet's nests in your time, but this may be the first time you've raised a scorpion's nest. It is your turn.
I am very hurt, so I believe would casting a spell and then another spell count as my action and bonus action?
Wasn't I last in the turn order?
Yes, you're after. You're not up yet, Core.
Oh, okay, okay.
So Jin, you cannot cast two spells. You can cast a cantrip and a spell in the same turn. but it depends on the casting time of each. So if your casting time of one thing is one bonus action, and your casting time of another is one action, then you can cast both, but not two spells in the same turn.
Okay, then I would like to quickly get away from these scorpions or have them pushed back. So I will cast Thunder Wave.
Okay. Before you do, bring up Thunder Wave so you know what it does.
Yeah, I already have it up. It's a thunderous wave of force. It sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must take a Constitution saving throw. On a failed, creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
Yes. Think about who else is within 15 feet of you.
Gotcha.
So, with you as the origin, I'll draw you a little shape quick. 15-foot cube
I
would
believe
be...
that all three of them would be in my blast radius, I believe.
This is a 15-foot cube.
Okay.
So, I'm just letting you know ahead of time. You can do that here, so you would catch 2 in it, but because it's close to other people, I was just letting you know to think about that for if you cast in the future. Alrighty?
For sure.
But yes, you would be able to catch those 2 next to you in its radius.
Okay, then I clicked on it, then it submit that.
Okay, so they will both roll 2 DC 13 Constitution saves. They both fail. And let me see here. It is 9 thunder damage. So suddenly everyone hears crack, and there's an explosion of thunderous sound that rattles out across the plains and the river here, silencing all sounds of wildlife right now. And 2 scorpions are just thrown away, both curling up and squirming as they die.
Alrighty, nice shot. You're not half bad at this.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
I would like to move. I believe my movement speed is 30 feet.
Yes.
Then I would like to move 30 feet back towards the river in this direction.
Okay. So if there is a measuring tool you can bring up to see how far you can go.
That was shocking.
Okay, let's see where that is. Okay, so I'll like just move here then.
Okie dokie. Very doable. And that's everything?
Yeah, that should be it.
Alrighty. Next is the second set of Scorpos. One of which is already dead. Oh wait, I found my missing Scorpo. There it was. This one is going to move 1, 2. Oof, unfortunately, Meepo, he's wants to come have a place too. So just as soon as you get up, you're still on the ground. But with the bright shining light of the healing upon you, Scorpion Sting misses as you try to gather your feet under you. Up. This one's like, what's this? One in the back, and he's going for that one. And then it is now Kor Karad Kadrel's turn.
Karad, in the flash of a bonus action, he reaches into his pouch of stones that he collected before, and he mutters an incantation to imbue the stones with magic. 3 of them. And after he does that, he takes an action to whip out a small tool that he places the rock into and aims it at
You stop talking there for a second. You aim it
at the scorpion next to Meepo, and he takes aim and he launches it.
at this one here.
Yeah, with
Okay.
the tool.
Alrighty. Make an attack roll. I believe. Let's see. It's a ranged spell attack.
Yep, and he uses spell attack modifier based on my intelligence.
So
Should be that one right there.
very good. So that will hit. Roll damage. With another quick splat, the scorpion is just goosh on the ground. That is your bonus action and action.
Yep.
Would you like to move or do anything else?
Nope. I am standing my ground right there.
Alrighty. We then, or what did I do with this turn order? Where'd it go? There it is. We are back up to Meepo. Still surrounded, but with friends now.
Alright, Meepo is going to go over to another scorpion and try to kill it.
So the one right next to you?
Yeah.
Okay, roll to attack. Nice. A 12 will just hit. Do you want to try to stand this turn? Because you are considered prone because you fell unconscious to the ground.
Yeah, that would probably be wise.
Alright, so when you do that, you use half your movement, just letting you know. So, in the process of standing up, you reach out for your sword once more, stab it through the scorpion into the ground, and push yourself off the ground. So you have half your movement left, a dead scorpion in the dirt. Oh wait, roll damage please. Then we'll see if it's a dead scorpion or not. Perfect, that's just enough to kills it. Alright, so dead scorpion in the dirt, friends all around. Actually, you're a rogue, aren't you? So, I'd
Yeah.
like you, and you have an ally next to you. So roll
Yeah.
your, why can't I think of the word? The dice you roll. What are they called again? Sneak attack dice. Because your sneak attack goes off when you are next to a creature. That is an ally who is attacking the same creature. Or rather, when the enemy is next to one of your allies.
I don't have. I need to add it into my things.
Okie dokie. Make sure to do that when you get a moment, please. I believe for a level 1 rogue it's just 1d6. But let me double check that real quick. Sneak attack is, yes, 1d6. So if you want to just do it manually, just type /roll space 1d6. Very good. Alright, yeah, so you super kill that thing. You not only squish it, you like pop it, so like its whole vertebrae just tail goes flying off somewhere.
Alright, I'm going to take a bonus action and disengage, and then dash.
Okay, because the things next to you are dead, you do not have to disengage, but you can
Okay.
also as a note, you cannot both dash and disengage as a bonus action. It's one or the
Alright,
other.
Well, then I'll just dash then.
Alright, so that gives you, I believe, 45 feet of movement left for this turn. If you were dashing, which is your full movement, plus your half movement that you had from standing up. So you can move 45 feet.
I do have a question, DM.
Yes.
So, let's just say we have two allies who have turns that are very close together that may or may not have a combo attack. Is it possible for us to synchronize that?
Sure. What did you have in mind?
Hail.
Yes.
You wanna do the thing?
Let's fucking do it.
Okay.
Yes!
It is not your turn yet, but when the turn comes,
Just
let
wanted
me know what you want to do.
confirmation.
Okay. Chickaboom. Chickaboom. This scorpion only has one thing to sting. It is going to roll to attack Mr. Skull Splitter here. I take it a 19 hits.
Yep, it definitely does.
Okay, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, and...
Alright, that is enough. So you take 2 poison damage, and
Gotcha.
take 1 piercing damage. Now, you are raging, which gives you resistance. But I'm going to double check the resistance on 1. I believe 1 is the lowest you can get.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember I have resistance, but I would doubt that I could completely nullify it.
Oops, not the spell. Type is halved. So 1. Okay, so this will actually be a campaign-wide decision. So, when you have something, do you want to round up or round down on odd numbers?
I'm gonna put my vote in as round up.
Round up?
I
Okay.
round up, yeah.
Is the rest of
Anyone
the
else wanna
party in
vote?
agreement?
Yeah, sure. I'm okay with rounding up.
Okay,
Yeah,
That is-
I'll round up.
alrighty. So that then will deal 1 piercing damage in addition to the 2 poison.
Alright, at 11 health then.
Alright, sweet. That is the last of the reds. Down to the blues. Blue there is just gonna do a little and try to get you. Gonna get your toes. Does a 12 hit?
I have an armor class of 13.
It does not then. You manage to pull your feet up in time for the stinger just to right into the sand, and it snaps its little claws at you. Unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately for the party, but unfortunately for you, you're the closest thing to many of them to be able to do anything about.
Oh,
So
joy.
they're actually relatively slow. Does a 15 hit?
Yes, a 15 would hit.
Okay, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Copy.
Then you pass. You take another 1 piercing damage and 2 poison damage.
Alright.
Alrighty. It is to your 2 turns. Explain to me what you would like to do.
Alrighty, so Lilia and Skull Splitter here have a wee thing called the Burning Axe. We'd like to ignite his axe if possible with burning hands and oil. If we have the oil. Did we bring the oil, Skull Splitter?
Fuck.
If you do not have a flask of oil, I will say no, that you cannot do that.
Damn it. Of course we forgot it back at the hotel, didn't we? Back at the inn,
damn
is it?
You can use Burning Hands, which is its own spell, but if you just want to light something on fire, Firebolt is a much cheaper way to do it.
Oh, alrighty. Well, sorry, old friend, since we forgot the oil back at the inn, I guess we'll have to go with my idea instead, okay?
Alright.
Which one of you, because you both are on turn 13, or initiative 13, so which of you would like to go first?
I think Lily can go first this time.
Alrighty then. Looks like I'm up, big guy. I would like to go ahead and use Firebolt, please. Is it an AoE at all by chance? I can't remember.
Firebolt is a single target ability.
Ah, fabulous. I'd very much like to use a Firebolt on one of these wee pests.
Would you like to do the red one right in front of you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Red over here, roll to attack with Firebolt. Oof. You're really disappointed that there's no oil to be had, so you're getting ready to just huck the Firebolt at something else, but you're distracted and you miss it, and the Firebolt just goes
Oh,
flies off.
what is that over there? Is that a bird? Oh, pretty bird! I say
The
as I
bird-
kind of look away.
The bird nearly gets singed, but it does not.
Oopsies.
Unfortunately, you miss.
Sorry, Skull Splitter. Lily would like to retreat a little bit after that embarrassment of a Firebolt.
Alright,
Aye, it's fine.
you have your movement.
Let's see. Oh, I was going to ask, how much movement does Lilia have?
I believe you have 30 feet.
Alrighty. See you later, old chap. I'll be back, Skull Splitter. I promise. I'm sorry. It's not letting me move. Hold on.
That you're using the measuring tool. Click on the little pointer thing,
Oh.
and then you can grab your token to move it.
Alrighty, thank you, Lilia. Forgot how to walk for a second, but I'm fine now.
Alrighty. That everything?
I have no idea. Yep, that is everything. Thank you.
Well, go.
Thank you,
Sorry about that.
voice.
Skull Splitter.
Danny, no.
Alright, so I'm going to swing again at the... let's go with the red one.
Okay.
Still double-handed.
That will just miss, unfortunately. This one's a little cheeky. Like, you go to swing your axe down it, and what's more, these are tiny creatures. But it looks like it almost put up its claw and just barely nudged itself out of the way. Just like tink, there's a little tink as your battle axe hits the sand, and it just is skittering there. If it could giggle at you, it would be.
Good to know.
Fuck 'em up, Skull Splitter! I saw that one laugh at you! I scream across the battlefield.
Aye, I see you're speaking from afar again.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Alright, at this point, probably gonna move back, let's say 15 feet, so 3 spaces.
You will take 3 attacks of opportunity if you do that.
Shit. I'm still gonna try for it.
Okay.
So back to there, I think? Yeah. And then for 3 attacks... Just 1 constitution check for that, or...?
Okay, only one of them hit, so only 1 constitution check, please. Because you said your AC is 13?
Correct.
Okay. Great. You take 1 damage, 1 piercing damage, and 2 poison damage.
Alright.
Yes. I believe that's everything. So it is now Jin's turn.
Okay, I will look at Meepo and ask him, "You okay there, little buddy?" Then I will, for my action, expand another spell slot to cast, where is it? Healing Word on myself.
Okay. That is a bonus action.
Go up 7, I believe, right? Or however many would be. Let me see. Back up to 9. Okay. Then I will go up 10 feet in this direction and stay there for the end of my action.
Okay, you still have your action, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I guess I'll go for this red one and take a swing at it.
All right. What are you swinging at it with?
My quarterstaff,
Okay.
two-handed, I believe.
Alrighty, take a swing. 17 will hit. So you bring it down, and this one has been dodging attacks left and right, but it doesn't expect to see someone who ran away from it just a second ago run up to it. And it's caught unaware as you just kind of bring the end of your staff down and just squish it into the dirt, give it that satisfying little crunch sound. Like corn chips. And it is dead.
That'll teach that cheeky little bugger. Little pest.
Alright, I believe that is you still have some movement left. You've used your action and bonus action.
Okay, then I'll move back about 15, I believe, since I was... Or I moved... Yeah, I'll move back another 15 next to Skull Splitter.
Okie dokie. It is now the green's turn. There's only one of them. And he isn't smart, so he's going to take the dash action to try to get to the only thing he can see. And that's his turn. Korkarad Kadrel. You are up.
Let me see in 1 sec. I'm gonna go ahead and train my tool on one of the blue scorpions, probably the one to the right, the rightmost blue scorpion, and fire off my magic stone again.
Alrighty. Squish a bug. That is just enough to hit. Roll damage, please. 7. So, ignoring the little guy at your feet, you look up and see Blueberry over there, and you decide he needs to die, and he does. You throw a rock at him with magic, and he doesn't know what that was, but he dies for it. He dies for not knowing what it was. How sad. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
I don't think I have any extra bonus action stuff. So I think that's about it.
Okie dokie. Meepo is up.
Alright, Meepo is thinking about what he's going to do.
Does he spend his turn thinking?
Meepo thinks that he will pull out his bow and try to shoot the scorpion from afar.
Okay. Which scorpion are you shooting?
The one that's right next to, Karad.
That one there? Roll to attack, please. Unfortunately, it's a little too small, and your arrow kind of just skids somewhere lost in the sand. And yeah, unfortunately, that misses. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Meeple will move a little closer.
Okay. Feel free to move up. Alrighty. That everything then?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. The reds are dead. The blues are gonna come for yous. So, because he can't find anything to sting, he's just gonna come after this guy. And going for all these warm bodies over here, but he doesn't have an action now because he dashed. Skull Splitter and Lilia. Who would like to go first?
Lilia
so-
suddenly has the urge to try to leapfrog onto Skull Splitter's shoulders, but I don't think that's a good idea. I want to shoot firebolts from Skull Splitter's back! But I don't know if that's possible.
There is a high jump action.
Oh,
Let me take a look. See if it takes movement or if it takes an action as well.
I'm sorry if I'm making this complicated, but I keep getting ideas of weird things that I can do. Because he could be my mobile tank and I'll just shoot scorpions. Oh,
Okay.
I also had a question though, I'm sorry. Are we doing this by XP or by milestone for XP?
I will explain that after the combat.
Okay, I'm sorry, someone asked.
No, I saw that there, yeah. I will get into that afterwards.
Okay.
So, you could leap up onto Skull Splitter. If you do, I would like you both to make an athletics check.
Alright.
Oh gosh, I don't. Uh-oh. That's gonna actually be really bad. Athletics. Where's athletics? Oh god,
Okay.
please don't let me eat it.
So, you guys are familiar enough, and you've clambered on Skull Splitter before. So, right now, Skull Splitter, your movement is halved because you have a thing on your shoulders, but there is currently a Lilia who just and now is piggybacking on you.
Gotcha.
Onward
That-
for battle!
How tall is Skull Splitter?
6'8".
Okay, so that took about 20 feet of your movement. So if you want to stand or like sit on his shoulders, you can climb up the rest of the way. But you still have your action and bonus action.
I do? How far is my range on Firebolt?
Oh, it's really long. It's like 120 feet.
Oh yeah, baby! I want to shoot at the scorpion.
Which one? Blue or green?
I want to shoot at the green one for extra style points.
Okay. You're sitting up on Skull Splitter's shoulders right now?
Yes.
Okay. Get you that shot. 17 will do it.
Gosh.
And if you've noticed by now, these things aren't very tanky. Then you just like line up. You like kind of lean your arm on top of his head, line up two of your fingers, close one eye, and fire off your little firebolt. And Greenie over here is now vaporized.
Yeah, you take that, you little pest. I got shooting fingies.
Yes. Skull Splitter. You have half movement
Alright.
and a Lilia on your shoulders or back. I'm not sure what yet.
Oh, I would like to be on the shoulders. Uh-oh.
Yes, you have a Lilia on your shoulders. So you have half movement, and you're raging. So right now it doesn't really bother you.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to advance because it's within 15 feet to the last blue. Try again. Would you say that I'm able to use both arms right now, or
Yeah.
okay? Because there's also one-handed option.
Yeah.
All right, battle axe. Swear to God.
This time you have someone to blame it on. But I believe you took damage last turn, right?
Correct. Yeah, so I would
Okay.
still be.
Alright. So you're still raging. And you bring it down, and it's a big axe for a tiny creature, and it's really not suited for the job, and you're kind of figuring this out at this point. So just spray a sand again.
Sorry, Skull Splitter, I'm kind of wiggling around up here.
She might have like.
I got a wee bit excited and I started dancing. I'm sorry, Skull Splitter, I'm so sorry. And I kind of hug around him really tightly because I feel guilty.
Too tight.
Jin, you are up.
Okay, I will cast Shillelagh. I believe that's how you say it.
Yes. Is how I prefer to say it.
Okay, let me just click that. And yeah, I will attack the last blue scorpion.
Alright. With a magical whacka thwacka, suddenly your quarterstaff is a lot scarier, glowing with the magic of the nature around you. Little bits of sand bind to it, and there's a hum through the air as it and limbs are everywhere. It's dead. So let me quickly remove these. I would like
Show those little buggers.
I would like all of you to make a quick perception check, please.
All right.
Alrighty. Perception.
Fuck. 1 second. Oh, that was performance.
And that's persuasion.
Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, 21.
Nice saving.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Yes. We are Meepo and Core.
I'm sorry, Ol. I couldn't resist jumping up on Skull Splitter's shoulders.
You want me to roll a perception?
Yes, please.
You see gods. Welcome in
Okay.
Sparrow and Sunset as
So-
well. Hello, hello.
Meepo and Core are a bit distracted by what? Who knows? But the other three all notice that there's a bit of sand, and it's moving. And it's coming towards you guys.
Oh shit.
Right about here is one bump in the sand, and right about here is another bump in the sand. Out of that second bump, wait, come on, come on, thingy, do the thing. Okay, that one's not working. A Papa Scorpion shows up, and this one's a bit bigger than the others.
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh shit, it's a rat scorpion.
It is back to. Well, hold on, let's see. Let me give this a turn real quick. Ba-ba-ba-ba. This is a 3. So this is a 3. And sort. So, Meepo, top of the turn, really big scorpion just showed up. What would you like to do?
My bad. That was
Yep, no, it's
just
all good.
misclick.
Is there technically anybody? There's not anybody next to it, so pack tactics and stuff wouldn't go off.
Oh no, there's people next to it. There's
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
There's in fact
Yeah.
2 people next to it.
Hi.
Well, then I'm gonna walk up to it and stab it.
All right. You don't have far to walk. It's quite a large thing, and you are right next to it. But you can do the stabbity stab. Roll to attack, please.
Mama came. Yep, Mama and Daddy came.
A 12. It almost doesn't go through, but because it's a rapier, it just kind of you find this one little notch in the side of it, and it packs. Wait, you have pack tactics, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits. So yeah, it just pierce through. Roll damage through a joint in its exoskeleton, and roll sneak attack damage, please. Okay, you do 11 piercing damage to the creature, and it screams and it writhes, and it turns towards you, really angry. But
Meeple's
it's
gonna
still...
disengage and run away.
Yes. It's... Because it can't actually scream, so it just makes little chittery noises at you. It would be cute if it wasn't, you know, really big scorpion. But yeah, you can disengage and use your movement to run away. Alright. Lilia and Skull Splitter. What would you like to do?
I will
would
take a
like-
swing at it.
Okay. You swing at it first, and then I will do pew pew!
Alright, I swear to fucking god, please have this hit something.
Hey!
Hey!
And add your rage damage, which I believe
Alright, that'll
is
be
2.
2 onto that.
Alright, so that's 9. Is it it's also slashing? I don't know what the rage damage qualifies as.
I think it's just a flat buff. Let me see here.
Okay, it's just damage. It's force damage for all we care.
Yeah, it just says bonus of damage, so.
Alrighty. You cut a chunk of its armor off. It's now like, it's not really bleeding, but it's oozing, and it's like trying to gather its many feet under it. It's got more than 6 feet. You don't know where the other ones are, but it's looking at you now.
Blood for the blood god.
Icker for the Icker god. Lilia. Unless there's anything else you would like to do, Skull Splitter.
No, that'll be it.
Okie dokie. Lilia.
Alrighty, I am ready to unleash more fire bolts!
Alrighty, roll to attack. Make me an acrobatics or athletics check, your choice.
Oh shit, I'm about to eat shit. Is that athletic or acrobatics?
Yep, either one.
Just them.
Yes, alright. So, you're excited. Skull Splitter just like chunk this thing open. You're gonna throw fireballs in the hole, and you bring your hand up and lose your balance and fall on your back behind
Whoa,
Skull
whoa,
Splitter.
whoa! And I'm off.
Yes. And you are prone. So you can use half your movement to stand back up again if you'd like.
I would very much like to do that. I'm going to stand up and dust myself off and go, I hope nobody saw that.
Alrighty. That everything then?
It depends. I'm looking up something real quick. Do I still have... Was that my action or bonus action?
That was your action.
I don't know what this one counts as. I don't know if it's a bonus action or a...
What is it?
Invisibility.
Bring up the spell and it should tell you.
Ah, damn it. It's an action. Lily, I wish you could turn invisible right now, though. She's really embarrassed.
Yes, unfortunately it is an action. Alright. Jin, you are up.
I turn to Lilia and tell her, "Darling, we all have our moments." Before brushing the scorpion, and can I try to use my staff to hit it and vault over it behind it?
Yes, you can. You would have the movement for it. It would keep you still in combat with it. And it would be cool. So roll to attack. And if you are successful with the attack, you can do that.
Okay, will I just roll the straight quarterstaff or the shillelagh?
Shillelagh's up for a minute.
Okay, so I'll just click that then.
Yeah. You totally run up at it and glowing buzzy staff, sand gathering on it, and just jab it down on its face and do a pole vault over it. Yeah, onto the other side of it. Yeah, because it's only 20 feet of movement. You'd be able to do that.
Okay, then I still have my bonus action, yes?
Correct.
Okay, then can I use produce flame on it?
Let me check. I'm not familiar with that spell.
I could pull it up right now.
No, produce flame is an action.
Okay, then I will just hold my turn.
Yes, because you've casting Shillelagh is a bonus action, but the attack you make with it is an action.
Okay, I'll just hold my turn.
Okie dokie. So, while you are beating up on this poor, defenseless, huge scorpion, there's a rustle. And where you saw the other bit of movement before, a second of these shows up. Not as big as the other one, but still pretty nasty looking. It is your turn, Core.
Is Cora still there?
Yep, I'm here. Sorry. I've got to grab, with my bonus action, grab 3 more stones from my pouch and load one of them into my my tool, and then take a pot shot at the let's see, at the one closest to me, the biggest one.
Okie dokie. Roll for attack. Unfortunately, your stone, magical as it is, just boonk, and bounces off one of its claws. Its tail waves at you for a moment. But it does not react. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No. I took all the available actions that I had.
Okie dokie. It is now Papa Scorp's turn. He's gonna go for the thing that's right in front of it and took a huge chunk of its shell out. Let's see here. 20 hits, I take it.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Let's see.
Sorry,
Oh, no.
oh, corn.
Oh, sweet corn.
Roll. So you take 2 piercing damage, reduced down to 1. And roll me a Constitution save, please.
Alright, I was about to ask if I should.
Oof. You take 5 poison damage.
Alright, so that would
And
get me
you-
below current health.
Okay.
But relentless endurance.
All right. So you are at. So there's the pulse of venom in you. Just you go down to collapse, but you realize you've got Lilia at your back, and just dig your battle axe into the sand and stand back up again. 1 hit point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yep. Okay.
Alrighty, hang in there, Skull Splitter.
Meepo, you are up.
People tried the bow again.
Okay. Can you pull up pack tactics for? Actually, Joe, I'll look it up while you make your shot.
Where is Meepo on the map right now?
Oh, he's way at the bottom right.
By the river.
Ah. I see him now that I've zoomed out further. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Roll to attack and roll your sneak attack damage after it. Or roll your damage rather and sneak attack damage. 9 and 1. 10 damage. That is enough. You manage to pop a hole into the creature, cutting into where some of Skull Split Up put a hole in it and just pinning it into the ground. And the creature writhes once more, its stinger comes up once, and then comes down on top of its own head. It is the dead Lilia. Now Skull Splitter, what would you like to do?
Alrighty, I believe I have one more cast of Cure Wounds.
Yes, you do.
Ready? I'm going to touch my good friend here on the back. Whisper, alright, let's get you back on your feet. Cast Cure Wounds.
Alrighty then. You take 6 healing. Skull Splitter.
Alright. Plus
Alright.
7.
I believe that's all the actions you have right now, Lilia, unless you'd like to move.
Nope, I'm going to stand my ground.
Okay. Skull Splitter. What you up to?
Alright, I'm going to pull out a javelin and try to throw it at the other scorpion.
A javelin, alright. Make a javelin attack.
Alright.
13 will hit. Roll. Oh, so that's 7 damage?
Yep,
Okey
because
dokey.
2 raging.
Okay. Alrighty then. That is your turn. Anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that would be it.
Okay. Jin, you're up.
I would like to, since I believe Shillelagh is still up, I believe I will run next to this other scorpion and use my action and bonus action to take two strikes at it.
All,
If I can do that.
what would you be using on your bonus action?
Um, can I make another just attack with like just my quarterstaff, or that's not
Nope.
available?
That
Okay, then
that would be like you. That would have be 2 attacks, which. Um,
okay, I get that. Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll just attack it once. Then take a step back from it. Then
Okay. Roll to attack. Shalala damage. 11. Unfortunately, it brings its tail up, catches your shillelagh, and bats it away. Are you taking a step back? If you do, you will take an attack of opportunity.
no, I'll just stand there.
Alrighty. So, even though you did not run away, the creature is still right next to you, and is going to roll to attack. A 7 does not hit, correct?
No, it does not.
Okay. Unfortunately for you, this creature has multi-attack. So the first one, the claw misses, and I'm pretty sure 9 also misses. So the
9 also
tail
misses.
strike also misses. So it's like, and just as it turns your staff away with its tail, you turn its claw and its tail away with your staff. Tor, you are up.
Let's see. Okay, so we've got that last one. Yep. Just gonna blast another magic stone at it.
Alrighty. That hits, roll damage. 8. That creature looks hurt, but it is not down. You thunk it, and one of its claws actually like falls to the ground, limp. But it's still moving around, still menacing good old Jin over here. I believe that would be your bonus action and action, because you would have needed to recast Magic Stone. Would you like to move?
I recasted Magic Stone last.
Okay.
Last attack, but that's fine. I don't have anything to actually occupy that bonus action, so I'll just like get 3 more, I suppose.
All right, that works. Meepo.
Meepo will once again go for the bow.
Okay. Roll to attack. That hits. Roll damage and sneak attack damage, please. Wonderful. How would you like to end this?
Are we doing a glory kill?
Yeah.
Yes, glory kill, glory kill.
Okay, so Meepo fires his bow. Straight shot into the scorpion's eye, going straight into its skull, piercing its brain.
Alright, sweet. As a matter of fact, it has a bunch of eyes. So the arrow not only goes through it, but splits its exoskeleton so all the eyes become obscured, and pierces into its depths, and it slumps to the ground, dead.
Oh yeah. Woohoo! Go Meepo.
Yes. So yeah, combat is over. You are free once more to do what you like.
Meepo rejoins the group.
Alrighty. What do you suppose we're gonna do with all of these bodies? Does anyone have any abilities to like pick at them or anything?
I would like to go and collect that javelin that I threw.
Okie dokie, easily done.
So just go over here, add one to my inventory.
I would also like to collect the arrows.
I'm curious because
Sure.
I've never seen scorpions like this, and Karad's going to make try to do an investigation on, how their limbs work and their armor and stuff like that.
Roll a nature check, please. Awesome. Through your research into poking about how they all come together, how they all fit together, you learn that it is in fact an exoskeleton, not a skeleton, that holds these creatures together. That these are actually more similar to spiders you've seen in biology than any other creature, except maybe a lobster you ate once. Then there's also the fact that the larger one seems to be the mother, and the smaller one was the father. But yeah, you learn quite a bit about how scorpions are put together. You do get covered in scorpion ichor.
Awesome. It's the best.
Alrighty, Lilia's just going to go poke this with her stick.
Roll this.
With her staff.
Yes, you are poking the dead Scorpo.
What an ugly little thing. But the kinda cute in a weird way, am I right?
Yeah, sure, I guess. And I'll just turn back around and try to rummage back through the house that I was originally trying to look into.
Do you have dark vision?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so as you poke your head in, there's a bit of sunlight that catches, and you see what looks to be many eggs, some of which are cracked open, obviously, or more likely at this point to be the small ones you encountered, and the others are still whole, sitting there in the house among the furniture.
Can I check to see if any of them are close to maturity, or
You would have to get up close to them to do that.
you know what? I'm just gonna back off and make my way back to the scorpion. And can I try to get some, like, take a claw off, or maybe like get some like meat or some poison from it?
Roll a survival check. Roll 1d3.
How do I do that?
Slash roll space 1d3. It's not a real dice, but it exists because math. Alrighty. As you poke about in it, you manage to get a little bit of scorpion meat that you think might be edible if you cook it real good. And you could easily get a claw off, or 2 or 5 if you want some scorpion claws of various sizes.
I'll just take 2 of the claws off the big one.
Alright. 2 big Scorpo claws. Put them in your treasures.
Okay.
Lilia notices what you're doing, and is there a way to extract poison or take its stinger by chance?
Are you asking me, or
Yes,
you're
I'm asking you.
Roll a nature check.
Oakley duckly. Lilia's clumsy.
You think there might be a way? But you've only heard about it, and maybe it involves like a cup? You're not sure. What would you guys like to do?
I'll try to make my way across the little pond river thing here, and
Okay.
try to see what other things these houses might hold. Just poke my head in, just not saying anything.
The other house's windows appear to be boarded up. With some effort, you could probably pry some of the boards off and look inside.
I'll refrain from doing that, and I'll just call out to the other group. Well, seems like our purpose is done here. Might as well just try to continue on. Follow me, I guess.
Lilia gives a look at Skull Splitter. Well, are we following that wee little one, you think?
I only nod.
Alrighty, let's go then.
Alrighty. We're an hour in. Would you guys like to take a break now or later?
Break now would be fine.
Yeah, I was going to say a break would be fantastic.
Yeah, break would be good.
Alright,
Yes.
let us take a small break. I will see you all in 10 minutes. How's that sound?
Yeah, that
Actually,
sounds perfect.
13 minutes. 13 on the dot.
All right, for
13,
sure.
Alrighty.
Okay, number 13. All right.
Yes.
Hey guys, we're
Alrighty,
going for a
see you
13-minute
back
break. We'll BRB. Alrighty, hello. I think we're just about ready to get started again. I think we got 1 minute left. Thank you so much, Knight, for that tier 1 sub. Sorry, I have some Cheetos in my mouth at the moment. And happy 6 months! Thank you so much. That's amazing. I can't believe it. You've been with me for 6 months. I'm blessed. Alrighty. Yep, we're just about back from break. How are you guys feeling about the campaign so far? You loving it? You liking it?
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Hello.
It's been a while.
I'm going to start climbing up on your shoulders a lot more now, just a warning.
Alright.
If
Thank you for the
that's the
warning.
beginning of the end. Get the whole party killed because I'm just like, watch me do circus tricks even though I have no acrobatics.
Luckily, I have a 5 advantage on them, so, yeah.
At least they're not going down with me.
We both
Yeah, let's hope so.
down together. Sorry, Decemberists were going through my head. Do we have everyone back? Roll call.
Almost here.
Oh, I think my roommate's muted. You're muted!
Is there a Meepo in the house?
Meepo is here.
There's Meepo.
There's a Lily in the house then? I just heard her.
Yup. Hello.
Hello. Is there a core in the house?
You're muted.
Oh, yeah, Karad's present.
Alright, is there a Jinn in the house? Do I get my 3 wishes?
We have a Ginny Jin.
A Weaver of Cards. A Carver of Weeds. Apparently our genie is out to lunch.
Right? How about you, Skullsplit? Are you still with me?
Yep, still there.
Is my accent kind of catching on ya?
Oh, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, there it is. I feel like this would be a fantastic time to take a wee bit of a rest. I did use a couple of my spells. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Lily is completely out of spells. Use 2 level 1 cure wound.
Yes, you are out of level 1 spells.
I has no healing juice.
Correct.
These magical hands, they don't work no more, so I got to take a nap, go take a snowball.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
You would need to take a long rest to restore them at this point.
Only if my party would like to take a nap with me.
It would be 8 hours long. Would be a
Oh,
long
I
rest.
see. Well, what time of day is it?
Let me see. You got there mid-morning. You left around just before noon. You stopped and had tea. It's probably early mid-afternoon.
Damn it, not a very good time to go to bed. But then we have to travel at night, and I know not all of you have night.
Actually, do all of you have night vision?
I have dark vision.
What
I
the?
have dark vision.
What?
Yep, same here.
But how long have you been able to see in the dark?
D&D 5e makes it so that most classes or most races have dark vision.
What in the world?
You never asked, so I never told.
But all those times that I took you by the hand and I tried to guide you through the caves, you could see the whole time?
I wanted to make you feel better.
Gonna do me a heck in the corner. I'm gonna go over by Meepo and have me a good pout. I feel just a wee bit light too. Mostly embarrassed. Uh-oh. He's a robot.
We have a robot genie. Can you relog?
Check.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Alrighty, Genie Jin Jin is back.
Alright. We've got a full party in tow. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, Lilia's pouting by Meepo. Just sitting on the ground, cross-legged and cross-armed, having me a good embarrassed pout while I stare at the wall.
It's a very sandy wall.
Well, it's very interesting compared to my best friend who lied to me! I scream back at Skull Splitter.
I only grunt and then just shake my head.
Omnipotent voice, I don't know what I'm going to do about him. I say as I look up at the sky.
Murder.
By the way, omnipotent voice is, I'm addressing you, DM. Just go with it.
I know, I was just being silly.
Is there anything that I could like see from this side of the river, like about the buildings? Like, is it more like well kept, or like what can I discern from this side of the river?
What are you trying to what are you just trying to see, like how old they are, if they're well kept or not?
If there's any people living in them, because I don't want to go barging in on another.
Last time we had a session, you ran a perception check, and it did not look like there was anybody living there.
Okay. I will try one of the doors to one of the houses.
The hinges
Sorry,
are
chat.
rusty. The handle breaks off when you tug on it, but the door itself creaks open just barely.
I take a step in and look around, see what I see.
Sorry about that. Alrighty. So you take a look in, and the light has to shuffle in through the doorway. All the windows are boarded up, so it's little spots of sunlight. Everything else in grayscale. You see an overturned table. You see shattered crockery. You see basically just a small domicile. Wait, which one are you going to?
The one in front of me, I believe.
Which one? Ping it, please. That one. Okay. You open the front door and you just see small one-room domicile. There are stairs on the side that lead up to the top. But it looked like there was maybe a place where some bedding or some chests once were, but the furniture itself is smashed to pieces. There's broken pottery. There's the smell of old mildew. The skitter of some insects rushing away from the light.
I guess I walk upstairs, see what this building holds, and the rest of the building. See if I can at least get
Okay.
up top of the roof.
Roll an investigation check. Actually, no, roll a perception check, please. You get up to the top of the roof, and what looks like an old flower pot. Um, there's dirt still in it, but the dirt's all dried up and cracked. There's another vase there made of pottery. There's another door there in an upper room.
And you said that it's kind of a little later in the afternoon, but not necessarily like dark.
Yep, about 3:34 p.m.
Okay, can I see out into the landscape? Any can I see like any other buildings or towns that might be like off in the distance?
Roll a perception check, please.
That would be that first one. I guess I double clicked.
Yep. You can see quite a ways. It's a clear day. You see the woods stretched out behind you. There is to the city. You can even see the vague outline of the ocean and the city in the distance. You see smoke curling up from where the city is. There is sight of smoke coming from a few other places, distant, miles and miles away, but no other sign of towns anywhere near on. This desert isn't very large. It just seems to be a plain that has been worn down with sand, with a small river going through it. And beyond that, there is just what looks to be more forests and just more what looks like it'd be a marshy area up to the northeast.
Okay, I'll try that door that was behind me. Then, if there isn't anything in there, I'll go back and say,
You try the door and it's locked.
Okay, I leave things be and head back downstairs and say, I believe we are getting a little bit closer. We're heading into a place with a little more water and a lot less sand.
That sounds pretty nice. So onward to water then? Because water sounds really refreshing. Especially in this heat. No one wanting to go towards the water? Or where
Meepo will follow to water.
I'll also follow the water.
Is there a possibility I can shout all the way over to Karad?
Yeah, if you shout, he would hear you.
Alright. Hey, wee little one! Are you coming or not? We found water! Well, we're going to water. Are you coming or not?
These insectoids are quite fascinating. I can't tear myself away from them. But yeah, I'll join in a bit. I've got a water skin I need to fill.
There is a small stream right in the middle there if you guys need to refill your water skins.
Yeah, beforehand I am going to take water from there, but I'm more referring to us heading to the area with more water.
Okay, so where are you heading?
I guess I start marching towards I take the lead and I start marching towards the marshlands or swampland.
Okay, so you're gonna head to the swamplands. That was about northeast. If you were taking the lead, I need you to make a survival check, please.
Righty, Ginny Jin Jin, don't lead us astray.
19.
Alrighty. You start making your way to the swamplands, and you realize you're not going to get there in a day. The sand, though it didn't seem very far, it's large enough that you won't reach the edge of it till nightfall. So you start making your way through the pseudo desert here. And what's the marching order?
Making our way downtown to the marsh. Gonna probably die and stuff. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du. You just hear me slightly singing that as I'm standing behind Meepo.
I guess marching order, me in the lead, obviously. I don't know if you guys want to like stay in this marching order from top to bottom. Karad, I don't know where you might want to be.
I think this marching order works fine. It's just the order in which we logically followed you. So
Meepo has no idea what the song Lilia is singing, but Meepo decides to hum along anyways.
Would whoever's in the front make a perception check, and whoever's in the back make a perception check, please. Both can be done at advantage. Okay.
Okay, I'll make perception.
Am I allowed to offer my hand out to Meepo as we start humming together? Meepo, do you want to hold hands and skip
Meepo
together
will
while we
accept
sing?
the hand. Meepo will accept the hand.
Yay!
Senpai has noticed you, Meepo.
Alrighty, we're skipping together. La 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 la, ba ba ba, la da da ba 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 ba, do 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 do.
Alright. You make your way northeast, picking your way across this mostly open area here. Not quite desert, not quite plains. There's a river that you leave behind eventually. As you're making your way out, you notice some wildlife in the distance, but you don't get too close, just intent on making your way towards your destination. Is there anything you're looking out for, or trying to keep an eye on, or just trying to make your way to where you want to go?
Any caves of some sorts where some might dwell, or yeah, just any caves that might dwell, have some like beans in them, so we could try to see.
Beans?
I don't know how to explain this. Like any signs of life, like near caves and stuff like that.
Okay, I thought you said beans, like the magical fruit, and I was
No,
confused.
no, sorry.
Okay. There, you do notice a bit of a shadowed crag at one point, farther to the north in the path you were heading. But that's the only real difference in the area. This is not a great place to farm. It's not a great place to live. There's nothing here to attract a populace, really. Yeah. Besides that crag, you can make your way towards that, or you can continue on your path.
Yeah, I will steer us towards that crag and start walking towards it.
Okay.
Excuse me, Ginny Jin Sarah, but will there be any, I don't know, sleeping time tonight? Lilia says as she raises her hand.
Oh, once we, well, how far is this crag? Is it just like a short distance?
It's gonna take
away?
you like at least an hour to reach.
Okay. Then I'll turn to Lilia and say, once we reach this, then we will take our rest for the night.
Right, Lilia would like to ask after about 20 minutes if we're there yet. Are we there yet?
Every time she does this.
As you guys are walking, there's a shifting of the ground underneath you. Most of you notice it, but Karad, you don't notice it till too late, and you find yourself stumbling over a small mound of sand and tumbling to the ground. But the mound seems to just disappear again.
Ah, the bloomin' overworld. It's tripping me up.
Do you guys just continue?
Nope, I'm gonna stop
yeah,
and
can
turn
I-
around
yeah.
and look.
Can I make a perception check just to see what that was, or?
Sure, roll perception. Okay. You look around and you don't see anything. You saw the thing come up under the ground and you kind of stepped out of the way, but the mound of sand is gone.
Can Lilia go over and help our wee little friend back up on his feet?
Yeah.
Alright, I offer out my hand. Come on, wee little ones, let's get you back up, shall we? What'd you say, by the way? What did you trip on?
Just a pile of sand, I think. I don't know. There's not a lot that I know about the overworld. It's just dirty. So very dirty.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess we best continue on our way, unless I can go ahead and make a perception, because I'm kind
Yeah,
of
you can as well.
curious.
If you were looking out for it, make a perception check. You definitely saw the mound of dirt kind of loop around behind you guys for a bit, and then start back towards where you were going.
Alright, so not to panic anyone, but we did see a pile of dirt, and did anyone else notice that it kinda sneaked past us? Or is that just Lilia? I say to the party.
Aye, it reminds me of the scorpions that we just fought.
Probably, but not this far. Because, hey, DM, you said that the scenery was changing, right? We wouldn't be in like a desert.
Heading towards a rocky crag, which is still deserty.
Oh, okay.
You change directions.
Okay, then yeah, I'll say yes. Definitely, since we're in roughly the same area, we should try to keep an eye out for any more movement.
As you guys are talking, there's a stirring in the sand, and then a burst of sand about 100 feet behind you. And out from it becomes this large centipede creature, and just behind it, a flash of blue, and then a flap of wings, and then piercing the starting to get around dusk sky is this bright white and blue flash of lightning that lances glass into the ground and completely fries this large centipede, leaving it twitching and convulsing and dying before this blue-winged beast swoops down and grabs it up and carries it off into the sky overhead towards the rocky crag.
Guys, was that a dragon?
By the 8-pointed gods.
I think we found our... And I swallow hard. Gulp. Pet.
Aye, I think we have.
Oh, so that's a Oh shit.
He's a little bigger than I expected. And I'm gonna take this moment to turn invisible out of pure fear.
Okay. Since you guys would have all seen it, roll me... Everybody roll me an intelligence check.
Oh no.
Gotcha. Oh, that's a
Maybe
critical
it's your
fail.
better eyesight, Jin, but you're the only one that realizes that while it had a very large wingspan, it was about the size of a person. So it was about the size of a normal human, though covered in scales and breathing lightning and with a massive wingspan, making it quite a bit larger.
Will I be able to discern like how old this dragon is based on like its appearance?
Roll me a history check, please. Unfortunately, you're not familiar enough with dragons to be able to tell exactly how old it would be. Karad, you saw it too, but your references for things are a bit off, especially since coming to the overworld. It's got really big wings, like probably 15 feet of wings across, maybe 20 feet of wings across when it's spread out. And you noticed it was underground and then above the ground, so obviously it can dig and it can fly.
Okay. And it's blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is obviously the thing that everyone's been talking about. This is the thing that we've been looking for. Oh boy. Do I know if it's hostile towards us, or was it just hostile towards the centipede? Do I sense animosity, or?
It would be hard to ascertain from a distance on a creature you've never seen before, not interacting with you.
We saw which direction it was flying towards, right?
Yeah.
After it, okay. So I turn to the group and say, well, we found it. Not necessarily, but we saw it. I believe it's best we make camp somewhere in the trees, so we are not its next meal, yes?
Agreed.
You hear in disembodied voice, yes, this sounds good. I'm still invisible.
Okay, did anybody remember to say if we had to bring it back to her? Because I remember just her asking where it was, necessarily.
DM, I have keen mind, which allows me to remember anything within the past month. Do I remember anything like that? Like, what were the specifics of
Did you take notes on it?
No.
You should do that.
Yeah, I should.
From what you remember, there wasn't a lot of details gotten about what should or shouldn't be done with the dragon. You remember hearing that this old lady lost her pet dragon, but you were also distracted with something else at the time. That really nice axe that you were trying to take apart. You remember exactly how many times you had to twist the handle of the screwdriver. You remember how many threads it had, the fact that one side was reverse threaded and the other side wasn't, that it looked like one of them was a flat head and the other was a square head. But
Fantastic. Keen mind at peak use.
I had an eidetic memory, I know exactly how it works.
So I guess we set up camp then?
That's up to you guys.
I come out
I
of
haven't heard anyone say otherwise, so.
I come out of invisibility. Yeah, camp sounds nice.
Where are you trying to set up camp?
Somewhere, well, are there any, like, brush or, like, some sort of, like, cover, in a sense?
To the west, you can go back towards the river where there was some brush. 2 hours travel west would get you
Thanks,
there.
lab car.
2 hours travel due east would get you to the edge of where you saw the forest and the marsh begins, just under the cover of darkness. It would start to be about 7 o'clock then, so...
Okay, I turn to the group and tell them that Westwood is a little bit more of a cover than we currently have here. I believe 2 more hours of a little walk, but it's better than what we currently have here.
Who do we lose?
I think we lost Cam for a moment. We lost Meepo.
Okay, he says he can't hear
Poor
anyone,
Meepo.
have to reset Discord.
Yeah, client has to reset. Yeah.
Alrighty. Hello.
He's back.
Meepo's back. back,
Yep,
again.
Ipo is back.
Alrighty.
I
Alright.
I start walking towards that marshland again to try
Wait.
to get.
Are you going west or east?
You said west was marsh, the marshlands, yes?
West was the river that you came from before.
Gotcha. Then I'll go east to the marshlands.
Okay. You will arrive there as darkness is descending.
Okay, I try to find a good. Well, we try to find a good cover for our campsite. Like lots of decent amount of bushes, some overhead shade, so we're not easily seen.
Who wants to be in charge of looking for a good campsite?
Probably not Lilia. Lilia can't focus for very long.
I guess I will.
All right. Roll a survival check, and if someone is helping you, with advantage.
I'll help.
Okay.
22, I guess.
Nice. All right. So Core and Jin argue for a bit about the appeals of different sites. Core has some surprising insights for someone who lived on his own underground for a long period of time. And you guys finally find what looks to be a small copse of trees tightly knit together, and with very little space in between them, that you set up as a backstop next to some rather damp grass and marshland bordered by some solid pieces of stone. So you can set up bits of wood down, put it down to create a base so that you can put your tents on top, or you can simply be a few feet away and be on the drier grounds where you put your camping gear. For those of you who have bedrolls and tents.
Yep, bedroll.
Yep, better roll as well.
Alrighty. Everybody's got a sleeping bag. So,
Because all I remember is I have a pet mouse.
you should have. Let me see what pack you took. We did not fill out your inventory very well.
Nope. I was not there for inventory filling.
My
Oh, that-
inventory is actually on a physical sheet of paper.
Let me check what you get as a sorcerer, the options. Yes, I think we took off before inventory
Sorry
stuff
about
was done.
that.
Oops. No spells.
I have nothing. I don't have a bedroll or. Wait, no, I do. Here, hold on.
Oopsies. Mochi messed up. Mochi messed up. Sorry, guys.
Oh, dang, I keep going into spells for some reason. Alright. So, you would either get a Lilia. You would either have an Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack.
Okay. Adventure?
Dungeoneer's or Explorer's pack.
Oh, Explorer. Thank you.
Nope, never mind. I just have a winter blanket.
Wait, what pack did you take?
Well, the hermit comes with
Check your class.
Well, I'd have a Dungeoneer's pack.
Okay, so check what's in the Dungeoneer's pack.
It doesn't have a bedroll. I've already checked.
Oh boy.
Oops.
I'm gonna put an Explorer's pack in your inventory.
I have lots of rope, though.
That's funny. Yes. So in an explorer's pack, you have a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, water skin, and 50 feet of hemp and rope. You can click it. It is in Roll20.
We really need to get a tent.
Yeah,
where
that's
would I
funny. A
find
Dungeoneer's
this?
pack does not have a bedroll. It's like the only pack that doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, uh, you kind of get to sleep underground. You don't really need a whole bunch of.
So, Core has a blanket. The rest of you have sleeping bags made of leather and cloth. Um, and you can kind of try to find a comfy spot to lay down. There's some logs and some dryish ground you can put down. But yeah, however you want to set up your camp, you can do so.
I am going to dig myself a hole and then cover myself in the
Do you
blanket.
have a shovel?
I have, yes, it's in my tools.
Alrighty.
So I'm not sure where to find my description. Lily has confused, omnipotent voice.
For what are you looking for?
What I have in my inventory?
So on your sheet, you'll see,
Because I'm looking at the bio and it mentioned my equipment, but
no, it'd be on your core section. I put
Oh.
something called an Explorer's Pack there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then if you look for Explorer's Pack either on the internet or under the I tab in Roll20, it'll explain what's in it. But yes. You also have a few other things that we should decide on later. I put it in some of your inventory that we should have decided on before. I totally forgot about it. But yeah.
So who's taking first watch then?
Well, considering the fact that you're the first one to speak up, I believe you should.
Okay, I guess I will.
Well, do we want to be noticed or seen, or do we want to put lights up or not?
I believe that
Meepo thinks as long as people have dark vision, they should be the ones doing the watching. Therefore, we don't need lights.
I
I
also
agree with
believe
Meepo.
that
People
we're
very smart.
I also believe that we're a decent distance away from any immediate dragon danger. So it wouldn't really matter if we would set up a campfire or not.
Oh, I wasn't talking about a campfire. I can make lights from these little stones I have, and I pull out like 5 cubes. And then I tap one of them, and it starts emitting a really bright light within 5 feet.
I shield my eyes. Ah! That burns! What? Put it away! Put it away!
Meepo doesn't understand what it is, so Meepo cowers in fear.
I raise one eyebrow and say, if you want to make a signal flare to every enemy within, say, a couple 100 yards, then yes, let's have lights like that. If you want to stay alive,
I tap the
not.
block. I tap the block, and it turns off.
Goodness, I was not expecting to be blinded by my own teammate! I scowl at you slightly. Sote, you can make it up to Lilia later if you have snacks. I look at him very hopefully.
I lost everything in a flood. I don't have any food.
Oh. That's,
You have rations from your Dungeoneer's pack though.
Only a few.
Just letting you know in case you forgot.
That's slightly disappointing, but that's okay. Just don't ever bring that thing, I gesture at the cube, out again to blind me, okay?
Okay. I mean, it's only like the most mundane of magics.
It
It's
still hurts
completely
my eyes.
it's completely harmless.
Still hurts my eye. And I'm gonna look around for Meepo. Meepo, are you okay? Because I remember you mentioned you were scared, Meepo.
After the light goes off, Meepo uncowers in fear.
Uncowers. You've been decowered. Whatever shall you do?
Alrighty, so let's go ahead
Meepo
and...
thinks he's okay.
That's good to hear, Meepo. Let's go ahead and set up camp then, shall we? Alright, Jinny Jin Jin, enjoy your first watch!
Okay.
I just set forth putting a bag down. I gestured to the ground nearest to me. Okay, one side for Meepo, one side for Skull Splitter, yeah. And I have this big giant grin on my face.
I roll my eyes and put my bedroll near her.
Meepo also does this.
I take one of the rocks that was nearby and set up there.
Okay. Roll a perception check, please. Very good. As you settle down for the night, you see in the marshlands, just a little bit away, there are several large frogs, and they seem to be hunting things like rabbits. One of them grabs what looks to be a jackal of some sort in its maw and gobbles it up. One of them starts making its way towards the campsite. What would you like to do?
How far away was it?
It's about, when you first saw it, it was about, in the moonlight, about 300 feet away. It's starting to like hop towards you every once in a while, looking for food.
Once it gets within 20, I'll wait till it gets within 20 feet if it does.
Okay. What will you do once it's in 20 feet?
I will just go up and kick it and try to get it away from the campsite.
Make an unarmed attack roll. So it's 1d20 plus your proficiency minus your strength, or plus your strength, which is a minus, I believe, in your case.
Okay, so d20, then add whatever.
Yeah. Plus 2 minus 1, so that's a 7. So you go to kick it and you slip on the rock, and it doesn't really do anything. It hits it and it turns to look at you. And it's bigger than you. It's a big frog. And by the size of its prey, you're thinking that if it grabs you, it could probably gulp you down in one go.
I start backing up, trying to like put some distance between me and the frog.
Make a let's see here. Make a Alright, hold on 1 second. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So let me make sure I've got this right. You are currently, it reaches up around your head and bites down on you. There's tiny little ridges of teeth that dig into you. You take 4 piercing damage, and you are grappled.
I yell out whatever I can.
Make a performance check, because it grabbed you by the head. Like it's over your upper shoulders right now. 12. What's everybody's passive perception?
I have a 9.
What do you mean
I
by
have-
passive?
I have 10.
So in your sheet, you'll see a thing called passive perception towards the bottom left.
Meepos is 12.
With a 12, you would hear in your sleep some commotion, and it might start to rouse you.
I don't
yours-
see it.
Yours
It's
is
right under your
11.
skills.
11? I guess. This is passive wisdom or perception? Is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
passive perception.
So yeah, mine's 11.
Okay. So yes, Meepo is the only one who notices that there's some sort of noise going on outside.
Meepo is roused. Meepo wakes up and decides to take a look.
Roll a perception check, please. Okay. Oof. You see some commotion at the edge of the camp, but you can't quite make out what's going on. But you hear some muffled struggling. Jin, you're in a creature's mouth. It's slimy, it's goopy, it doesn't feel very good, but it's nice and warm. Like, it was kind of chilly out tonight. But it's nice and warm. But slimy. What would you like to do?
Okay, can I still have use of my arms. Yes.
I'm sorry?
I still have use of my arms.
You are restrained, so you can contest a grapple
Boat time.
check using your athletics skill. It'd be a contested check. So if you can make an athletics check to try to break the grapple,
Okay, I will try to do that then.
roll athletics, please. Unfortunately, you can't seem to break out. It's slimy. It's wriggly. It is okay. So you're a medium-sized creature. So fortunately for you, it can't properly swallow you, but it is trying to. It's trying to, and starts to turn and hop away with you, trying to like with you in its mouth.
Okay, can I cast flame hands then to try to burn?
Do you have enough spell slots?
I believe that's a cantrip. Produce flame, I believe.
Produce flame. Vocal somatic. Let's see
So
here.
no, I believe, right?
Let me check something. You're restrained, so... Okay, yeah, you can try it. Try it. Where are you trying to produce flame?
Try to produce flame. And try to like burn its eye or burn whatever is holding me to try to loosen its grip.
Okay. So you suddenly there's a blinding light in your face as your hand lights up with fire. If you're trying to make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Okay, so I'll just click on produce flame then.
I believe so. Okay, that will hit. Roll damage, please.
I believe that was that 2 damage at the bottom.
All right. So you shoot a blast of fire into the creature's internal systems, and it seems to recoil a bit, but it does not let go.
Can I make another check to wiggle out of it?
Sure. Try to make an athletics check to get out as it's hopping away from you. Meepo, meanwhile, you do see this time a creature hop up with some sort of legs dangling out of its mouth and a splash about 40 feet away from the camp.
Meepo will go closer.
Okay. As you make your way forward, you can see in the moonlight some familiar looking robes dangling out of what looks to be a giant frog's mouth, and the frog even turns to look at you, and you see the bottom half of a wiggling djinn, who has unsuccessfully once more tried to get out of the frog's mouth.
Meepo will take the rapier and plunge into the frog's throat.
Into the frog's throat where your friend is?
Stomach. That's what I was probably going for,
Okay.
actually.
Roll to attack, please.
I like how we're all having a lovely little nap while they're fighting off a frog.
Hey, I need my beauty sleep, man.
Yeah, we need our beauty rest.
I mean,
That
it's
hits. Roll damage and sneak attack damage, please. Alright, so that's a 7 damage. The creature and makes some awful noises and starts bleeding everywhere. But it still hasn't let go of your friend.
I'm just keep trying to wiggle myself out of it.
Darn it. Darn it, Meepo says.
Okie dokie.
And we're all still sleeping through this.
Okay. Make another athletics check, Jin.
Is that what's happening? Is we're all literally sleeping?
Yep.
Oh my
So,
god.
Jin, finally, with the pain of the stabbing, the creature's jaw drops just enough that you can push your way out and gasp here. It's not a great smell of fresh air because there's still slime dripping all over you and like frog bits, but you land yourself on the ground. There's a giant frog in front of you who is now turning to look at a Meepo standing there heroically with a sword in the moonlight, blood glinting and dripping off the blade. And a tiny
Sailor Meepo fighting in the moonlight, in the pale light.
yes.
Fighting even by daylight.
So, as soon as
It is your turn, Meepo, by the way. That takes your action to try to break free, Jin.
okay,
Meepo will stab. Meepo will take another stab at the frog.
Meepo, roll to attack, please.
Is the one called Meepo Moon.
Roll damage and sneak attack. Nice. With that, Jin, your hero has truly saved you. With a second thrust, this time up into the frog's throat, piercing its brain, the giant frog collapses, and a gory heap before you, and you are rescued from your fate by the small kobold creature, who is actually the only one who the frog would be able to swallow. I think. Oh wait, no, he could have swallowed Core too.
Okay. I cough up a bit of slime and spit it out, and look towards Meepo and say, "Well, I guess it's your turn to keep watch." as I turn back towards the camp and walk towards it.
A reminder for the whole party to hydrate. We all have to hydrate now.
Oh, okay, thank you. Reminder for whole party? Of course, definitely, Z. Thank you so much. Everyone hydrate, please.
Yes, Meepo,
Meepo
the
hydrate.
true hero of this tale.
My god, Meepo Moon.
Rogues are awesome. They just do what they do. But yeah,
I'm somewhat, like, surprised that no one tried to yell out for us to come help.
And the entire fight, Meepo
I mean,
never attempted to
Meepo
wake
two-shot
Festival.
the damn frog.
I mean, I was gonna get out eventually.
Eventually, but
Meepo saved you. Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
yeah, he was gonna take you over to his frog buddies, and they would have made you small enough to be able to be swallowed.
Yeah, I guessed.
Was
But
he,
yes,
though?
you have successfully defeated the giant frog, Meepo, with the corpse of the frog there. A few predators come to nibble off a bit, but for the most part, anything nearby just stays away. Is there anything you would like to do during your watch?
Meepo will clean his sword.
Smart. Who will you wake up for the next watch?
Meepo will wake up Skull Crusher.
All right.
well, Skull Crusher is my cousin. I assume you mean Skull
Oh
Splitter.
wait, that's right. Skull Crusher is the brother. I wake up Skull Splitter.
Skull Splitter. When you wake up, you see Meepo with a very shiny looking sword, and a few feet away there is a dead giant frog.
Had some fun while I was sleeping, did you?
Ew, Z.
Meepo saved person.
And you chose not to wake us during this. Why?
Meepo thought he could take care of it.
Well, looks like you did. Good job, short one.
Alrighty. If you please, Skull Splitter, roll me a perception check.
Alright, just a sec. Perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You keep an eye on things. There's a few things that manage to come close. Another scavenger lands and tries to take a bite of the frog. You swing your axe and shoot away. Nothing really seems to bother you. Is there anything you would like to do on your watch?
Yes, actually. Is the corpse of the frogs near?
Yeah, it's only about like 40 feet away.
Alright, I like to hack at it
Okay.
and collect its skull.
Roll a survival check, please.
Alright.
You whack at it real good and split the skull straight in half, living up to your name, but now you have two halves of a skull.
Ugh, this will do, I suppose.
And a very messy carcass. Okay. Who do you wake up for the last watch?
I choose to wake up Korad.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Korad. What would roll me a perception check, please?
Leo's just over here snoring.
Mhm.
Like he uses Skull's shoulder armor. Hell
Perfect.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus
You
Christ.
you learned from last time, and you keep your shiny stone away from other people's eyes, but you hide it in your hand and you kind of use it to pan across the woods, scaring off a few predators that you didn't quite get. Oh no, that was a bear. That was definitely a bear, but it was not expecting the light in its eyes and it ran away. And you see the frog remains. You see a few other frogs in the distance, staying well clear away now. They're apparently unleashed a warning in its dying gurgles. You see lots of big fish. That's not a fish. That is something with legs that. Oh, okay, that's a fish with legs that came out of the water and went back in the water somewhere else. Yeah. So
What
there's
strange creatures reside on the surface?
very strange creatures. There's one. Does that look like a? No, it looks like what you thought was a fire, but it wasn't a fire. It's a bug. It's a firefly. Yeah.
Oh, pretty fire bug!
Yes. And there's just a bunch of strange things that you see. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, and you watch it all till the sun starts to rise. Everyone, you've now successfully taken a long rest. You may restore your spell slots and class resources.
Alright.
Over the night, each of you have received 65 XP. Wait, no, 65 plus. There's 5 of you, right? So each of you receives 75 XP.
Does my hit points reset since I took a bit of damage?
Yes. Any hit dice you spend are restored, and your HP goes back to full.
Alright.
Erasing notes. Hold on. I'd like to note that Lilia wakes up with drool on her face and her hair in a big poofy mess.
Perfect.
Absolutely disheveled.
Beautiful.
Core.
You look like a mess.
You kept a perfect watch over everything all the way up, but when you turn back to camp as everyone starts to stir, you see perfectly crispy frog legs on a giant copper platter by the center of where everybody's sleeping. And you have no clue how it got there.
Lilia would like to just. Oh, look! Breakfast! Which one of you made the breakfast? I look over
Meepo
at
will
everyone.
wake up brimming
Do-
with confidence.
Do I know what frog tastes like?
Nope.
I want to try some. Whose is this?
Well, I was asleep for most of the night. Meatball, thanks for a small endeavor. But I have no idea who those are.
So
No,
nobody
right.
made this breakfast?
Meepo doesn't know.
Alrighty, I'm going to...
Skull Splitter is did you make food?
Friend, you had the last watch. Mind you, I did not make this. I didn't like to scan the area nervously.
Make a perception check.
I will make one along with him. I'll look.
Meepo also wants to.
Alright, everybody roll a perception check. Lilia, you are the first to spot. Right next to the little tray. Right next to the tray is a little wooden ball. Carved out with what looks like 2 divots in it, and a wide oblong line shape. Oh, it's like a little smiley face in a wooden ball.
Oh, would you look at that? This is awfully cute. I would like to pick it up and look at it.
It's made of some sort of wood, and it's been carved, and it's smooth to the touch. It looks like they coated it with some sort of a, well, you wouldn't know what an epoxy is, but it's smoothed over. They've got some sort of coating on it. Yeah, it's a pretty little wooden smiley face.
Alrighty, I guess someone left us a present. Hello, is anyone out there? We got you a present. Lilia appreciates the breakfast. Hello? Okay then, I guess. I don't know if we should eat this or not.
Cam, when you look in your bag, you see a note written in the sloppiest handwriting and comment you've ever seen. And it says, "It wasn't the gnome's fault that he didn't see me."
Oof. Meepo takes out a note, reads it, and then decides to hand it to somebody. I hand it to Skull Splitter.
Could you say the notes again? I couldn't really hear you.
It wasn't the gnome's fault that he couldn't see me.
I growl in anger and still glare at Korad. And then I read out loud what it says to the rest of the party.
Wait, so someone was here? Brad, do you not see anyone? Hey, little one, you were on watch.
There was a lot of things, very interesting things, but I was pretty good at keeping camp taken care of. I don't know where this came from.
Alrighty, well, did you see anything? I pause, realizing my question is just pointless. Never mind, I was going to ask if you saw anything weird, but everything's kind of weird to you.
It sure is. And then I pick up one of the frog flakes and I bite into it, just because I'm super curious. I don't know what frog tastes like.
It's pretty good. It's like not too heavy, not too light. It's a little greasy, but the crisp in it is quite nice.
This is pretty good.
Wait a minute, Lilia has to try some. I'm also going to take a leg and start nibbling on it.
Can I look over to where the frog was? Is it still there, or is it there signs of someone like carved
It's
into it?
got no legs, and the skull's missing.
Can I make a investigation to see like if someone like cut into it, cut the legs off, or just rip them off, or something like that?
The legs look perfectly cut off, just so clean and so smooth how they were removed. You're unsure how anyone did it. You look at the top, it was like massive carnage and blows to the skull.
Do I notice that Skull Splitter has anything new on him, or any signs that he might have done something?
I mean, his name is Skull Splitter.
I am always covered in dried blood anyway.
Yeah. Would you have kept the skull halves?
Oh yeah, yes, I would have kept the skull. It would be in my area, the two halves of it.
Okay, so it's by your bedroll probably.
Okay, and I would have noticed that, right?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I turn to Skull Splitter and I would say, you wouldn't have anything to do with, and I generally motion to the demolished head and say, this perhaps I can understand our friend here, but I believe you gave our other friend who left us this present an idea.
Lilia is going to speak up with her muffle. That god of this thing, he likes to take skulls. Nom, nom, nom.
This skull adorn the throne of corn.
I see. Okay. So what next now? We have found where the dragon
What?
is headed.
What does Corn use the skulls for?
I just look at him and just say, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
And then Lily with her mouth full chimes in, blood for the blood club! Skull for the skull throne! And she holds both of her hands up with the leg in one hand.
Merc. Yes, Lilia. Yes.
That sounds absolutely fascinating.
Thank you, dragon.
So anyways, objectives, task, what do we need to do? We understand that, one, we have found the dragon, so to speak. And two, we still technically need to clean up the town. So, do we try to capture this dragon, or should we just head back and tell the old lady that we have found it?
Well, if the dragon can dig, we can actually probably use him to, flood the town?
Again, with this flooding the town idea, I thought that we told you. You're not doing that.
It's still a pretty good idea. I've done the math.
It is an idea, yes. I would not call it good.
I look over at him with my muffle. We don't want but a stupid idea! We've already been over this. I'm still munching away.
Now, Kurat, I'm generally curious. In your math, do you account for the still living bodies that live in the homes?
Oh yeah, they totally evacuate. The place is kind of a shithole anyway. They'd definitely be able to rebuild very easily.
But at what cost? They would still take months, maybe even years, to rebuild the entirety of the town.
But that's not our problem. Our problem is getting into the Adventurers Guild. And they said to solve their problem so that we could do that. I mean, we're all going down to the dungeon. Well, I'm going down into the dungeon anyway. It's not of my concern.
Oh, that's a little one. I'm not a very nice person. Is there a possibility I could use a vicious mockery cantrip? Or ability?
You could. They will have to make a saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. Let me. It's a wisdom save, I think, for vicious mockery. Question mark, or is it charisma save? Let me double.
Let me see.
I forget. It's been forever since I've viciously mocked things. Make a wisdom save, please.
Okay, I do have advantage because of my racial.
Read out your racial trait, please.
It is... where is it? I think it's Gnome Cunning. One sec.
Lilia.
Let's see, you have advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic. Yep, you have advantage. Yep.
Okay, one sec. You said charisma saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, okay. 17.
Yes. So there's a bit of bite to Lilia's insult this time, but it flows off your psyche and doesn't do any lasting damage.
I basically ignore it, because I don't understand.
Power through ignorance.
I'm too stupid to understand how you insulted me.
Oh, it's not that I'm stupid, it's that I just don't understand humans, or tieflings, and social etiquette.
Alrighty. So what would you guys like to do then?
Lily would like to go find the dragon. Because maybe we can bring it some tasty snacks and bring it home. You'd like centipedes.
I propose the idea of hunting just a small bit to gather some offerings to this dragon to see if we can't commune with it.
Are there more frogs?
Who are you asking?
But I mean, asking the party, I suppose. I kind of like Karad cuts in the middle, and he's just like, "But are there any more frogs around?"
I don't know. Excuse me, omnipotent voice. Are there any more frogs? Lilia screams up into the sky.
You guys take a look around, and several of you had seen where the frogs were before. The frogs are still there, but they all seem to be croaking and wiggling, but not hopping around anymore.
Alright, thank you, omnipotent voice.
Roll a perception check, please. Skull Splitter, Jin, and we're waiting on one more.
Waiting on Meeple.
The Meeple.
Hopefully you
And
don't
Meepo.
mind. Hopefully you don't mind me talking to the omnipotent voice in the sky.
You three squint a little bit. None of the frogs that you saw earlier have any legs anymore.
Oh.
There was enough frog legs for everybody on that platter to have seconds. But there are no frog legs on any of the frogs anymore that you can see.
By the appointed god, what is going on here?
I again walk up to the other frogs and just look around to see if there's any like footprints or any signs of something that might have that could tick off of what might have.
In order to look at the frogs, you'll have to go further into the marshes to really get a look at them, and walk up to them. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
What's your passive perception?
18.
Okay. As you get closer, you notice there is a few really mucky, muddy spots that you're pretty sure you would sink into if you stepped in them. So you avoid those. As you approach the frogs, roll me an investigation check, please.
Before I do, I'll yell out to the Vatican group. All of you stay there. Let me see what I can find, then I'll head back.
It's a 12. You look around and you don't find anything. There's just no trace. There's no footsteps besides your own. There's the strange way the legs have been removed, they don't even appear to be bleeding somehow. They're just off. The frogs don't have legs anymore, and the frog legs are on a platter, very nicely crisped.
Are the frogs still alive? I would assume they're dead.
Oh no, they're still alive. They're just writhing and struggling and croaking horribly.
I like quickly like shuffle back and head back, kind of like glancing over my shoulder, trying to like make sense of what I saw.
Can I do an investigation on the frogs?
Um,
On like the frog carcass with no legs, specifically focusing on the legs.
the one that is nearby the camp, or the other ones?
Yeah, the one that's nearby the camp. I just want to investigate the like cut and how and like what like whether it was a claw or a really fine sharp blade, and take samples and stuff like that.
Roll an investigation check, please. An 11. You don't know what could have made this cut. It's too clean. It's unusually clean of a cut, and you're confused as to what could do that.
Can Meepo check as well?
Sure, you can follow up and take a look. Yeah, you come to the same conclusion as the other two. Like, there's just, it's a weirdly clean cut. Rapier couldn't do it, and Axe couldn't do it. Like, Rapier's never
Alrighty. Step
pointy snap.
aside, Investigator Lilia is on the job. I'd like to
Oh,
take a
boy.
look.
Okay, are you looking for anything specific or the same thing?
Same thing, please.
Okay.
Can I also make like
I also
check
do
to
not
see?
know.
Quite right, you do not know.
Yeah, can I see if it was like any like arcane magic that might have done this?
How would you ascertain that? I'm asking this, like, what's your process for trying to determine if it's arcane or not?
Because if it was a too clean of a cut for any blade to do, then blade or claw, I believe that it should have been some other force or power that might be.
So what do you like? I mean, what do you try? How are you trying to ascertain if was it of arcane nature or not? What do you? I'm trying to just get you kind of like tell me what you want to do to ascertain that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still thinking right now.
Okay. You can do it. I just want to like see what you come up with to try.
Yeah, GM, quick question. Are these frogs still alive at this point?
Not the one that's nearby your camp, but the other ones, from what Jin said, yeah, they're still alive and they're making awful noises and wriggling on the ground.
Alright, I'd like to approach the one that isn't being inspected right now.
There's like 5 or 6 of them.
Alright, just
scattered
whichever
throughout the
one, like
marsh.
the next one that would be closest to me.
Before he goes, I point out the spots of the darker areas and tell him to avoid those.
Alright, do I need to do a check for that? To avoid those, or...?
If he points them out, you should be okay with the one
Okay.
nearest you.
Okay, just making sure. Alright, so I can just walk up and... Just go up here. And then basically... Oh, you go first.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And then basically just try to mercy kill it. Just finish it off, because it's obviously suffering.
Yep. You
Do you, so damage check for that, or...?
No, you have... They're
Okay,
not
I was gonna say, I assume that.
a
Yes.
couple whacks, and they will go down.
Right. And then again, I would like to attempt to collect its skull.
Okay, roll survival for that.
Actually, would religion work for that? Since I am technically a follower of corn.
Actually, yeah, that would be part of ritualistic sacrifices. So
Alright,
roll
because
religion.
I thought about that after the last one. I'm like, shit, that would have been really cool to use. Didn't work still.
Yeah, like your religion just says take out the skull, however you want to do it. So like you make a few chops here and there, you get it out. There's a bit of it missing. But as you pull the skull out, you hear just a little bit of like behind you.
I tense up and then say, spying on me, are you?
And then nothing.
I swing my axe around me, just out of reflex.
Nothing there. Just
Show yourself, coward.
Is there any chance I could do like a persuasion type of check to convince the creature to come out?
you can try. What would you like to say?
Excuse me, I'm going to assume you're the one who left us breakfast. Do you mind coming out and saying hello? I'd like to thank you face to face, please. And I'm kind of blushing and kind of nervous.
Roll a persuasion check, please. Let's see here. A 12? You feel something behind you for a moment, but as you turn to look for it, there's nothing there.
Definitely somebody or something here, guys. Possible to take an action to turn invisible?
You can if you like.
Yes, please. Lilia scared.
As you turn invisible, the moment you finish casting it and open your eyes, there are a pair of green eyes, bright and far too close, looking into yours. They turn on their side and don't stop turning. What would be a head tilt turns into a full 90-degree shift as the eyes just look at you, unblinking.
Hello? I say very quietly and timidly.
There is a smile that appears below the eyes and then is gone again.
Yeah, there's something totally here, guys. Is there, if no one wants to do anything, can I just keep trying to persuade it?
Meepo scratches his head.
Yeah, I was.
Sorry,
I
I don't know why that's so funny, but it is.
Yeah. I was gonna say I would try to look for if there's any like arcane energy like expended out. If I could if I can search for that.
Like detect any magic in the area?
Yes, that.
Roll an Arcana check because you're not spending a spell slot on detect magic. Just roll an Arcana check. 12. You can guess that there's some magic at play here. Nobody else, by the way, saw the eyes or the mouth. Only Lilia. So you don't necessarily know why she was squeaking. But you try to reach out. Your ties to magic are based on the energies that come from the earth, not necessarily the arcane forces that wizards and sorcerers draw on. And not quite the spiritual forces that other, like the clerics and the like, draw on. So, you're not quite suited to reach into those magics, but there is something there. You just can't quite get a bead on what it might be.
Okay. I turn to where Lilia was in her general area, and I kind of say, "Well, Lilia, I guess if we are being followed," and I kind of look just around me in a general area. I believe we best get going and see where this takes us.
I guess Lilia will come out of stealth, and there's no way for me to try to persuade the creature again, correct?
You can try.
Alright. Well, if you would like to join us, feel free to do so. It's kind of hard if you are invisible, though. Okay, guys, let's go. And then I'll roll for, persuasion.
Yep. Roll for persuasion, please. A 22. You feel something brush against your ankles. But looking down, you can't see anything.
Oh no, it's touching me! I start kind of panicking a little bit. It's touching me!
What does it feel like? Is it fur? Is it scales? Is it skin?
I don't know how to describe.
Well, you're wearing shoes and pants, I would imagine, correct?
Yeah.
Lily,
Well, I
take off
have
your shoes and
hooves.
pants!
Well, I have hoofs, so I don't have shoes.
Okay, so you would feel it's slightly
Ara
fur-
dragon. It's what?
It's slightly furry. It feels like soft fur brushed against your ankle.
I'm grasping for words. It's furry. It's very furry, and I'm on the brink of tears.
Meepo will come up and poke it.
You can't see anything to poke.
I will attempt to poke it, whatever it is.
Roll the attack roll. Disadvantage.
Can we get Awa and chat, please?
Roll just a 1d20 plus your proficiency plus dex.
Yeah, I may have to turn off these voice commands for D&D streams. Ella for the gravy train. Welcome in, Wimdy Fox. Nice to see you. My Windows is doing stuff. Hope you're doing well. You're well hydrated, fed, and rested. Welcome to the stream.
Roll once more. Yeah, you attempt to poke whatever it is, and you just kind of poke the knee of Lilia. That's it. You just poke her in the knee.
Excuse me, where are you poking me? What are you doing?
Meepo doesn't understand himself. Meepo is just trying to poke whatever is touching you.
All I know is something is furry and it's touching me, and I don't want to be here anymore. Is it possible to turn invisible again, or is that once per day?
It's a once per day thing have.
You see me struggling to try to, and I just cover my eyes. It's touching me.
It's
Hold on. I actually have a spell.
It's no longer touching you at the moment.
Oh, never mind. It's no longer touching me. Sorry.
I have a spell. One sec.
Lilia was panicked.
As he's doing that, can I just start also just mercy killing the other frogs just so they're not suffering along with Skull Splitter?
You'd have to venture into the marsh to do that, but sure, you guys can go together and watch out for traps.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check with advantage, please.
Both of us are just Jin.
You guys can pick either one of you with advantage or both of you individually.
I'll just do it. And then also, can I start carving out chunks of meat and just chunks of meat and stuff like that?
Jin, I need you to make a dex save, please. So Skull Splitter, also make a dex save, please.
Gotcha.
Do you have the barbarian thing yet, where you have advantage on dex saves?
I don't think I do. I think that's a level 2. Let me check real quick.
Okay. So Jin
Yep,
was
that's level 2.
Yeah, Jin was keeping an eye out for the things he warned you about, but unfortunately he missed one. It looks like there were some nice pretty flowers that had kind of fallen on top of it, and he sticks his foot through and stumbles forward, and you reach out to catch him, but end up simply falling in beside him into this sucking mud that starts to pull you both under slowly.
By the gods. I immediately start like thrashing around trying to get out.
I will do the same thing.
Roll. So you're trying to just pull yourself out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
essentially.
Both of you roll athletics checks, please.
Alright.
Skull splitter. It's easy. You just like grab some dry dirt, dig both hands in, push yourself in, sound as the mud falls away from you. But Jin, you're being sucked in deeper. Soon, just your head and your elbows and forearms are out of the mud, and you are sinking.
That again. Help, please.
I immediately reach out and attempt to help him out.
Okay. With Skull Splitter's help, he easily helps you out of the predicament you're in, and you get back onto solid ground. That was the only one that you seem to miss in your passing, and you managed to go through finding spots in the river and the marsh where you can mercy kill the frogs and rinse off in some cleaner water if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then as we're done with that, I will go back and try to start carving out chunks of meat or whatever's left of, so I could like try to cook it later for an offering.
Make a nature check or survival check, your choice. All right. Yeah, you can easily get to started getting some good frog cuts.
I continue my normal routine of attempting to collect skulls, so I'll still religion check.
Mm-hmm. Because you guys are working together, we'll say it's at an advantage. So you managed to get the next few skulls out nice and clean. Well, not clean,
Alright.
but you know what I mean.
Jin sees me drink the blood out of one of them.
Interesting. Try not to do that around me again, will you?
Weak stomach, heavy. Alright. And then I go into the river to wash off the mud, but immediately after that, I then go back to the corpse to then reapply blood onto my robes.
Alright, perfect. Blood for the blood count. Meanwhile, back at camp.
Well, I'm not sure what else to do because I'm scared to beckon towards whatever that was because they will start touching me again. So I'm going to go try to meet up with my friends, maybe with a meatball.
And did Core find the spell he was looking for?
Nope, it's second level.
It is. I know what you're looking for too.
Yep. I do have Identify Magic and Detect Magic. Or Identify and Detect Magic spells, but
Are they prepared today?
no, they're not prepared.
Alrighty. So, Lilia, as you start walking towards your friends, there comes a time when you feel something invisible stop you, and a branch falls and to where you are about to step and is sucked under by the mud.
Oh, oh, I'm going to assume that Mr. and Mrs. or whatever you are just stopped me from going into a sinkhole. I don't know, guys. There's weird things going on. I can't keep walking. What's happening? And I'm like on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
I yell back at her. Don't worry, stay there. We're just coming back. We're gonna be heading to our destination. We're gonna attempt to somehow speak with it.
Alrighty then. I wish you would just come out already.
Lily, just stand still for just a moment. I may have an idea. Karad puts the cubes down in sort of a pentagram around Lilia and activates each one, and a bright light blasts Lilia from each side, and Karad starts walking around her, trying to inspect where the light is, where maybe the light bounces off, or there's a distortion.
Alright, we little one, what did I said about blinding me? I mean, it's not technically blinding me, and I kind of pat one, like, barely touch one with my hoof.
So, as you try to look, there's nothing there for the moment, and then there's a shadow, somehow, a shape between her legs brushing against her ankle, and you feel that soft, furry thing brush your ankle again, Lilia, and then there's no shadow again.
It touched me again. I am not crazy. It touched me again.
Nope, you are definitely not crazy. There is absolutely something there.
And then there's a nudge to your lights, and it starts moving.
How very interesting.
Turns over. And then is lifted up a couple inches off the ground and starts being carried away.
Well, I, for one, am going to follow that.
Is it stealing your, little thingy magic?
Oh, I wouldn't say that it's stealing. It's definitely just interested by it. So, let's go and see where it takes it.
Alrighty, I'm definitely going to go investigate this. I want to know what is furry and invisible and touching me!
Alright,
I'm
so
slightly
you're
getting annoyed now.
You're following the glowing stone. It starts into the swamp, or swamp marshland, and starts making its way through the woods. If you're gonna follow it, I need you to make me some perception checks. Everyone who's following it needs to make me 3 perception checks.
Okay, I guess since I see him walking off, I'll also follow and just make sure that I get in.
Okay, so I make 3, everyone makes 3 on the
Everyone
round?
makes 3 perception checks.
One at a time, guys, just so we're all...
No, I can track it, it's fine.
Ready? I did my 3.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we're just missing Meepo? Question mark?
Is Meepo gonna follow?
Okay. Meepo? Is Meepo asleep though?
Did Meepo's client bug out again?
Say Meepo safely fall. So all managed to keep a good eye on the bobbing light, jumping and bouncing sometimes between from limb to limb, over logs, making a wild way through the forest, sometimes in the trees, sometimes along the ground, over stumps, under things. Skull Splitter. At some point, you start to lose sight of it, but your party is there keeping an eye out. They manage to pull you along towards it.
Mhm.
You don't catch sight of it again the whole time. They seem to be able to see it, but you can't for some reason. And eventually, it leads you just to the edge of the forest. Except the sun is higher in the sky now. What felt like maybe 10 minutes. Suddenly, it's almost noon. And you're at the edge of the marsh in the forest and on the edge of a cliff where this light is being pushed towards the brink. You can hear the spray and the surf. You look out, you can see the ocean again. And the stone is pushed to the edge a little bit more, and then bap, goes tumbling off the cliff towards the ocean.
It's a freaking cat. It's a cat. I know it's a cat. It's an invisible goddamn Cheshire cat, isn't it?
What's a cat?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't saying that as Lilia, but out loud I say, I'm starting to think our little friend there might be a feline. It felt fluffy, and it really likes to throw things off of edges. And it's a four-legged creature that you keep as a pet. It's a very cute and soft and fluffy, but kind of, a word that humans use? An asshole. I don't know what it means, but, it's bad.
Could you draw it for me?
Yes? Do we have pen and paper? Or a stick and sand?
You could just draw it in the dirt, it's fine.
Alrighty.
I just wanted to know if...
Alright, I will watch very carefully, wee little one. I will demonstrate to you my artistic prowess. I will draw you a cat. Do I need to roll for this?
Make a performance check. Let's see how close you get. You know what?
Jesus Christ.
You don't need pen and paper. You, in the different shades of dirt and clay and soil and pebbles, you outline a perfect cat. You get a little bit of depth of color. You find a little pink stone for the nose. You even find some twigs and leaf pieces for the whiskers. It's just the best rendition in the dirt of a cat that there ever was.
And tada! How they call it, a cat.
I've seen these in the runes down in the... Oh, yes. And
So
Karad
much
is
like
furiously scribbling into his notes, trying to copy the representation and drawing diagrams of, like, how he would manufacture a small cat statue.
Yes, and because of your feet, you can now recreate the image with your things you do, or you can make
the tinkering.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping I was gonna flub that up and like draw some creepy human face on it.
That would have been amazing.
I'm sorry, John.
Well, this is just as good.
But yes, it's a perfect cat. Like, there's nothing else it could be.
Oh, there's Meepo's rolls.
Hey, Meepo. Meepo's not a sleepo. But yeah, Meepo's there too. But yeah, you guys are now at the edge of the cliff by the ocean. Very far away from where you started.
I can cancel the infusions on the small objects and put them on other ones. And so I make a few more, but these emit like bird chirping. They're just small rock cubes that emit bird chirps, and I put one on the ground, and I sit down, and I'm just observing, just completely still.
You don't feel anything fuzzy against your ankles. There's no more movement or strange voices. There's an emptiness there that you didn't realize was an emptiness until it was gone. Whatever it was doesn't seem to be there anymore. And it's like a certain heaviness to the air has left.
Can I call out to it to come back? Just as loud as I can, just call, wait a minute, come back!
In your ear, you hear an exact copy of your own voice say, asshole.
Oh, about that, that's just what people call them. I don't think you're one. I think you're very cute and fluffy if you are the kitty. I'm so sorry.
There's no reply.
No! This sucks.
I walk up and put a hand on her shoulder. Just let it go, hon. Just let it go.
I don't want to let it go! I stomp my hoof into the ground. I want a new friend, and if it's cute and fluffy, it must be my friend. Please,
It's exactly
I'm so
like what happened in the
sorry.
Dwarven Village. You can't have a pet every time you want one.
Can I
Did she
offer
try
her
to make a pet
snacks?
dwarf?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry.
Do I have any edible snacks? Anything to lure the little guy back out?
Frog legs and rations.
Alright, I dump everything on the ground. Please, I'll do anything! Come back! And I get on my hands and knees and almost start crying. Please, kitty! Please, I'm sorry! Humans are stinky! I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called you dirty, stinky human words!
Every time there's a new animal. We go through this every single time.
Shut up, Skull
she's
Splinter!
wailing,
I need it!
Can I find just the biggest tree
This
near
wave became a warlock.
us?
Hello? Did I lose?
Oh, you lost us for a minute,
Yeah,
I think.
I'm just trying to find like the nearest big tree that we
Okay.
have.
And what are you doing?
I would just like to sit in front of it, and I don't have any like spells to pray, but I'll just pray to myself and bring out my cards and ask it, what are we supposed to do? And I pull a card.
You pull a card, and it's... Ooh, who'd we lose?
I think we lost Cam again.
Okay. You pull a card, and it's not a card that's... You don't remember ever seeing this card before. You have blank cards in your deck to fill out, but this isn't even one of them. It's a turquoise green card. Completely blank, except when it catches the light, you see a faint shimmer of something in it. Something you can't quite make out.
At this point, I'd
Can
like
I-
to note that Lilia's face down in the dirt crying.
I think that's a good place to end our session for tonight.
Damn it! With Lilia
God
just with her
dang
face
it,
in the
man!
dirt
I
and
was trying to. Okay.
all
that's
of her
fine.
food and rations and snacks and shit in front of her face.
No, you can, if you have a few things you want to do, we can. I was just...
Okay, no, yeah, it's a good place, but I wanted to try to make it catch the light like more clearly, and try to see what it is.
It catches the light, and it seems a little different every time. It doesn't quite make sense. It's like you try to wrap up your brain around what the pattern might be, and it just slips away.
Meepo would also like to join in on the performance that Lilia is doing.
You like to grovel and beg.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
join me,
that's
Meepo.
It's actually a racial feature for him to grovel. He's the best at it.
Karad's gonna make a clockwork toy of the cat drawing.
Okay. That'll take you some time and some materials.
1 hour.
Just...
1
Yeah.
hour and about 20 electrum.
Yes. Sounds good. But yeah, you make a clockwork cat over the course of an hour, while everyone's recovering from this wild ride. And that's where we will stop tonight's session.
Oh my. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. That was a really good
I
session.
actually had fun. That was cool.
That was a lot of fun,
That was
actually.
that was really good.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
I found it hilarious that the barbarian couldn't land a single fucking hit for most of the first fight.
Oh
And I
my
was
god.
like complete badass, but then just a fucking frog decided to just double me up.
Yep.
The frog was carrying you off, and then fucking Meepo, even though he's quiet as shit, is like, hiya, hiya, death, death, death. I
Yep,
love
that's
it.
that's D&D for you.
That's amazing.
I had a critical fail for hitting, critical success and advantage.
And now I'm literally face down in the dirt with all of my food spilled out in front of me, trying to attract whatever the hell this is.
How many
So
experience
I'm
points
Back on,
did we get?
every fucking time she
75.
finds another animal. We go through the
70
same thing every time.
Everyone got 75 XP.
Yep.
Level ups will happen on long rests, so you're not there yet even, but when you get enough XP, you don't immediately turn to new level and get all the new stuff. It's like you rest and the magic of the world.
What's the experience breakpoints for each level?
Let me double check that. To reach level 2, you need 300 experience points. So you guys are a good chunk of the way there. Let's see. From last week's session as well, just with the RP and things, you would have gained another 30 experience points. So if you guys want to mark that on your sheets, you're up to 105 after the second session.
All right. And then it's when we get to the next level, does it then reset to 0 or?
No. It's you add to it afterwards.
So okay, so it's additive. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm looking at the handbook. It goes 900. I'm like, okay, so then do only 600 or okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Alrighty, I'll
I'm
go
glad
ahead
you guys
and
had
get...
fun.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up stream on my end, and then I'll be back with you guys in a couple minutes. Thank you again, DM. Thank you, team members, party members. You guys were fantastic.
Yes.
So I will just BRB.
Yep.
Thank
and
you.
then we'll just move to a different chat.
Yeah, same here. Cho VC?
Yep, sounds good.
All right,
See
night
you there.
everyone.
Night.
And
Alrighty, guys. Hold on. Let me get this going again. Alright, so how are we feeling about the campaign? You guys liking it so far? We're gonna stay on this page for just a moment. I'm gonna have to get my stuff reset, but tomorrow we have no stream. This was the last stream for today. So thank you guys so much. But I want someone to get a deck of many things now. That'd be interesting. But yeah, thank you guys so much again for supporting this campaign. I hope you guys are having fun and enjoying it. Let me find someone to go ahead and raid. I'm just getting someone pulled up here. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and watch a new game I haven't heard of. A White Day Labyrinth Named School. We're gonna go ahead and visit Bay Kitsune. And as always, if you guys want updates, we do have a Twitter. And we have a Discord for any announcements. that are needed. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. Stay awesome, stay sweet. I love you guys tons. And it sounds like some of you are very familiar with Faye. So glad to hear. Guys, one more time, thank you so much for the amazing support this week. I couldn't have imagined it going any better. Happy 1-year anniversary. We'll continue streaming on Friday and Saturday. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!